Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Dark Sphere in London. My name is not William Leach. My name is, in fact, John Partridge. The gentleman sat to my left is William Leach. We are here to take you through our Pauper winner box here on a Monday. We have 4 rounds, and I do count that 1, 2, 3, and 4 rounds of some Pauper action to bring you. We will also have an interview with the Season 3 winner, which will be quite interesting, actually. Came from behind, was not winning coming into the last day, but took home the trophy at the end. We'll have a couple of very nice interviews, but we are going to send it down to round number 1 of coverage here. We have the illustrious Jack Patton back from Japan, straight into the feature match area. Didn't really give him a choice, if I'm honest, versus Carl Nicholas with his Burn deck. We're going to see Is It Delver versus Burn in round number 1 of coverage here from Dark Sphere in London. Move the players to go ahead, and we'll be off to the races. Quick shake hand, trying to work out who's going first. But what do you think of the matchup?
It's usually in Burn's favour.
Okay, so why is it normally in Burn's favour?
Because they have a quicker clock. So if Delver flips, then you've got a 3-power creature. But that
doesn't stay around very long.
That's it.
Well, 3 damage straight upstairs to Jack's face. One thing obviously to note with this format is you probably have to do at least 20 damage, sometimes more. As we saw last week when the opponent to the Burn player did end Game 3 at 32 life against a Burn deck. It was quite fun, actually.
Fun, hilarious.
As we see a Forgotten Cave into play here from Carl. Not the fastest turn, obviously only having 1 mana available. 1 coming into play tapped, as we see Jack holding an Ash Barrens, which I imagine will be cycled for a snow-covered basic island.
Island.
Or is it a basic snow-covered island? Or is it a basic island that's snow-covered? And if a tree falls in the forest, who hears it?
Oh my god.
Ask a judge. So we're going to see Jack cycling, basic land cycling away his Ash Barons. One of the cards that was reprinted in the most recent Masters set.
Thankfully bringing the price of that down.
You sure? I thought it spiked it. Hey-ho. So we're going to ping it up. It's a very innocuous card, actually. It's very interesting. Doesn't see a lot of play in all the decks. It sees very much probably in sort of the decks want to brainstorm, for example, as a way of shuffling it away. But we can see it's a colourless land. It makes a colourless mana. But it basic land cycles, and basic land cycling is?
You can discard it and find yourself a basic land from your deck.
Seems pretty good. Also, what's quite good against Burn? 1/3s. But he's going to pass the turn. Spell Stutter Sprite to the ready. I mean, Augur Bolas isn't exactly the worst card you can be playing in this matchup.
I like that. There's a lot that Jack can do here. At instant speed, even if Cole doesn't do anything, like he could brainstorm.
Oh, we're going to see a Thermo Alchemist here. It's a pretty good one. Jack has to give that one the thumbs up. Not quite expecting that one, I don't believe. You can see the Delver of Secrets to draw for the turn. Probably see a Ponder or a Preordain. We're going to go with a Ponder, a very fishy Ponder on the side of Mr. Patton. We're going to see a Counterspell, a Delver, and a Preordain. I think the Shuffle.
I think Shuffle. You want to find
Jack
that land.
agrees. Jack does agree, wants to try and dig deeper, find that land, or even find a Scred or a Lightning Bolt, just something to try and interact. Obviously, the Thermo Alchemist is not the toughest creature in the world. We have seen the 3-mana version in the most recent Ixalan sets, which is an 0/5, the one that untaps with Pirates. Lightning Rig Crew. Okay. It's going to be a long evening.
I know Thermo Alchemist, I don't know Lightning Rig.
All right, okay.
I played Thermo Alchemist alongside a card called Fevered Visions.
I know. Oh, we found a land, though. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, and that land happens to be an Evolving Wilds, which goes pretty well with that Brainstorm in his hand. But
nope, that's not how you spell it. Going to see the untap here. The Thermo Alchemist dealing 1 point of damage, obviously able to untap for each red spell cast. I'm just going to forget about that one because that wasn't working properly. Thermo, is it with this one? Let's go with that. Let's see what it comes up with.
I believe it is a space, but I'm not sure.
Boom.
I was incorrect.
Boom.
There we go. I admit
What up? Got you. Thermo Alchemist, a 1 and a red 0/3 defender. When Thermo, you can tap it. It deals 1 damage to each opponent. Obviously, very good in Two-Headed Giant, as it does technically 2 damage. And you may, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you may untap the Thermo Alchemist. Feels pretty good, and just a nice way of
Won me a pre-release.
How on earth did you win a pre-release? Sorry, that was probably a bit high. I was going to go, how did Thermo Alchemist, and then realise it was, how was you win a pre-release?
This is even funnier. This won me a pre-release final round against Charles.
Luckiest man in Magic, clearly not that lucky.
Two-Headed Giant, and I had 3 of these out.
Oh, wow. So we can see a Chain Lightning here. Thermo Alchemist untapping down to 13. Going to put him down to 12. Jack really needs to find an answer very quickly to the Thermo Alchemist, as we're going to see a Lava Spike. Yep, that's 4 damage as well. Thermo Alchemist doing some work already. We're not going to tap it straight away, obviously going to be able to hold it. And we're going to see a draw for the turn of the Ash Barons. Need to find an answer particularly quickly to the Thermo Alchemist, I believe.
I agree. Like, with the Ash Barons in your hand, would you just... I believe there is a Preordain in there, which obviously finds you more cards than the Augur of Bolas would.
I don't think Jack's struggling for lands is the honest answer. He seems to be doing... Oh,
No,
sorry, spells. He's struggling for lands, not struggling for spells. The man has plenty of spells in hand.
But I don't believe he has the right spells.
That is sometimes the problem that you do find for these Delver decks. Very good spells, just not always the right spells, would it be the honest answer. So, see, Jack going to Ash Barons away for a basic island, giving himself the most number of live draws to find. Let's see what he comes up with this turn. So pass the deck back. Quick cut there from Carl. And plenty of spells to be going on with here from Jack. Just trying to thin his deck out a little bit, try and find those Screds and those Lightning Bolts, try and deal with this Thermo Alchemist before it actually does just run away with the game.
Yeah, hopefully you find it off of this Preordain.
really helpful too. So, scry 1 and scry 2, bottom and bottom.
I agree.
Like, sure, you can get a spell stutter sprite and start countering spells, but
you
might
need
just
to deal with
die.
the problem that
Yeah,
is
and you have a
Thermo
spell
Alchemist.
stutter sprite in hand. He's going to keep the spell stutter sprite, so he's obviously happy with one of them. I'm going to see him draw from the preordain, spell stutter sprite into hand, and a full grip of cards here for Jack. Preordain in the bin. Pass the turn back. Sat at 9. Reasonably healthy life total. Now at 8. And obviously the main thing with Thermo Alchemist, it's a cast trigger that it gets to untap. We're going to see an untap. And we're going to deal 1 in the upkeep. Down to 7. And draw. Looks like we found another land possibly there. And Jack did say before this match he didn't think too much of it.
He did say that.
And, well, neither did you as well. But you can see how the Delver deck can get back into it. The spell stutter sprite should do quite a lot of work here, especially if it's able to start snagging some counter spells, or snagging some spells. But it does also need to kill the Thermo Alchemist, which is probably the biggest challenge. We're going to see the suspended Rift Bolt. Now, that one can't be spell stutter sprited. I don't even think that's a word. Spell stutter sprited. Don't think it's a word. But hey ho. We're going to Lightning Bolt, and we're going to spell stutter sprite in response. And countered. So, if he'd have kept the Fairy Miscreant on top, he'd be able to counter this this Rift Bolt on the way back down. You don't think too much of that, do you?
What?
That if he'd have kept the Fairy Miscreant, he could have countered the Rift Bolt. That is a good draw, however.
That is a very good draw.
That is a really good draw there from Jack. And obviously the question is, does he have access to counter spell as well? But I think just fire it off. You're down to 6. You might be dead the next turn, but at least try and survive. And being a 6 is a really low life total for this deck.
Definitely, especially seeing as the burn deck
Is it
deals
20
in
life?
3 damages.
And is at 20 life. I think we attack. I think we send in the team player.
Definitely.
Spell stutter sprited.
So
Oh goody. Do love me some magic.
there was a turn that has, to me, has kind of warped this whole game, which was when he held up the spells to sprite, instead of playing this Augur of Bolus, Cole played this Thermo Alchemist, and then Jack just did nothing. He did nothing for a whole turn cycle as a blue-red Delver deck that's trying to out-tempo your opponent.
Yep. And I don't think he's got another land to pair with this counterspell, which, I mean, Gush is pretty good. Actually saying that, I lie. Gush is really good.
Yeah, guaranteed the land.
Well, he finds plenty of action there. Go see the island re-enter play. Yep, Jack clearly knows this deck slightly better than I do. Possibly.
Update stream title to Pauper.
Well, we will definitely do that when we get a chance. So we're going to quickly disappear into here. Oh, wrong button.
Twitch.tv.
I think this is the right place.
What? Yeah.
Thank you very much, whoever is on for Cliff. Actually, let's use this. Thank you very much, Cliffy81, for pointing that out. Very helpful. Thank you very much for that. We will quickly swap this over. That's with a caps lock on, which we don't want. Shush.
Trying to see you typing. You can spell my name.
I know, you should be pleased.
Yeah. I'm more pleased that you can finally pronounce it correctly.
It's alright, I can just butcher your name as much as I want. Just another Thermo Alchemist enters the play here. Pretty good sequence of turns here for Carl. Really needs Jack to be able to find some way. The counterspell obviously dealing with the Rift Bolt, but not able to deal with this Thermo Alchemist. As on the return back down, Jack already down to... That's sending impressive. A message. But thing is, it's... Could you get ninjaed here? With the both blue manas? Yep, leave up the red. Bounce the Augur back to hand. We're going to draw for the ninja. You're going to take 3 damage. We're going to see a preordain drawn here. Probably the nicest of the cards he could have drawn. He does have a land drop to make still this turn.
Yeah, so you can go island preordain, hopefully find a bolt or something and get rid of this Thermo Alchemist,
Yeah.
and then still just hope that your opponent doesn't have the burn spells to kill you.
Yep, you are at this point on quite a rough position if you're in Jack's spot. But something that he will be working on shortly, I'm sure. So we can see the Chain Lightning here. Spellstutter Sprite is at the ready. Seems like a pretty good opportunity to play that card. We're gonna Spellstutter Sprite. That counters the Chain Lightning. Does untap the Thermo Alchemist. Jack at a relevant probable 4 life now, down to 4.
So any burn spell is game.
Fire Blast you for 4. And, yep, Jack enters what we would love to have as the Scoop phase prior to being lethal. So,
say scoop again.
Scoop phase. The Scoop phase. Now, while I have a drink of this delicious water, what do we expect to see from the sideboard of these two decks?
So, Jack has a Hydro Blast, which is the counter red spell blast.
All right, okay, so because you clearly don't know what the cards do.
Well, I clearly do. I can never remember what Pyroblast and Pyroblast, which one counters which.
How? Pyroblast is a red card, Hydro's clearly blue card.
No, there's
Choose one. Oh, you mean is it Blue Elemental Blast and Hydroblast, which is destroy target blue permanent, right? And Pyroblast and Red Elemental Blast. Well, Hydroblast is counter target spell if it's red, or destroy target permanent if it is red, which seems like a really good answer to the Thermo Alchemist for a mana.
Seems like a really good answer to the deck.
Yes, yes, I like that as well. Does seem like a very good answer. However, what I'm going to do...
So the difference between...
is probably the rarity for a start.
Well, no.
No, both common.
If Hydroblast and Pyroblast have an if clause, so you can cast them, it's like Fatal Push. You can cast something, you can cast a Fatal Push on a Gomag Angler.
Oh, yeah, because if we pull up again Hydroblast, and obviously this is more relevant
is a legal
for
target, but on resolution it checks the target to see if it can kill it.
Welcome, Tom Cadence, to the stream. What is being played? We have Monday Night Pauper. We have Is It Delver? Is it Delver? It is Delver. We have Is It Delver versus Burn on camera. Okay, so Elemental Blast haven't been printed on MTGO at common. That is very interesting. Thank you very much, Donald K Magic, for helping us with that. But we're here on Monday Night Pauper, and for those of you who can't unfortunately join us, either being not here or in a different country, we actually have a winner box on tonight. And part of our coverage between round 2 and 3, so the split right in the middle, we are going to do an interview with the winner of the Season 3 of Pauper here at Darksphere in London. Russell has already done the prizes, and unfortunately the other winner wasn't here. Emil, so I actually have the winners here. So for the second Pauper League, so we'll go with Season 2, because it seems more appropriate. We had first place Emil Bindel. I probably butchered his name, but I do apologise. In second place we had Alex Hollenby. And in third place we had Zach Blundell. And in fourth place, Daniel Massio. Daniel? Oh my goodness, I probably butchered that. Daniel Massio. And then what we do have is the third Pauper League, where the player is lovely here. Just heads up, the email was sent out saying Wednesday night. Yeah. Watch tonight's Wednesday Night Modern. We have changed it now, so it should be Monday Night Pauper. What's something we should have checked? We will remember with a slap on the back of the hand and a slap on the back of your head. And we will remember next time to change it more readily. But in terms of Season 3, the winner with a very consistent score, actually he got... okay, so it must have been a shorter season because one person got 93 points in Season 2 and the winner got 62 points in Season 3. But Alex Hollenby taking down Season 3. Do you want to do the say? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Also, Zach came third again. Much winning was done by Zach to come third twice. Yeah, don't worry about it. I
Judge.
didn't. Yeah, Judge. Can you pronounce this gentleman's name? But yes, Kai came in second. I do apologise to Kai because yeah.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. It's a really interesting name, but just got no idea how to pronounce it. But we're going to see players shuffling for game number 2. Looks like Carl is going to take a mulligan down to 6 with his mono-red burn deck here. Actually, to be fair, burn generally is just mono-red. Pretty much across most format. Actually, no. Modern's not. But the 2 legacy-ish formats, so Pauper and Legacy, mono-red. Best colours. Keep it clean, keep it simple. None of this silly, splashy nonsense.
Modern... I hate
pretty much mono-red.
Modern can't be mono-red.
Yeah, you probably don't have enough relevant, decent burn spells, do you? I suppose the white ones are really good.
Not just that, like, there's too many sideboard cards in Modern for burn. In Legacy, there's not.
Sure. That's true. That is also a very fair point. So, Carl gonna mulligan down to 6 here, Jack. Already with his opening hand, going to be on the play for game number 2. Carl up 1 game 2-0 here in round number 1 of coverage of our winner box here in Dartford in London. John Partridge, William Leach alongside me to take you through our 4 rounds of coverage tonight. And a pretty nice looking hand here for Jack. Looks like a Ponder, Preordain. There's a Ninja in there. There's also a Spell Stutter Sprite. Nice place to start. Only has 1 land though, but may not be a problem when you can see as many cards as this Delver deck does. Okay, so Carl's happy. He's going to scry. Take the opportunity to scry, have a quick look at his hand, double check we see at least 1 mountain in hand ready to go.
I scry every time.
I scry with my little eye. Somebody beginning with bottom or top? I believe the bottom. Island into a very fishy Ponder here for Jack to start looking at. Very Miscreant, a snow-covered island, and an Augur of Bolas. Pretty much exactly what the Doctor ordered here on this turn. I quite like next turn making the Miscreant and making a Preordain and hoping your opponent doesn't have anything.
I don't know.
You don't have to draw the land straight away. You can draw it next turn, for example. Jack is going to keep, and he is going to draw the island. So deciding I'm wrong and he's right, and that the island is definitely the superior card.
But in Legacy, do you know it's correct to draw the land to play around Thoughtseize?
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. Island, hopefully not go. So we're going to see the Preordain here with the Delver of Secrets and an Augur of Bolas, and bottom here for Jack, deciding that he doesn't want to go a landless again. Ninja the Depowers the draw. But with the Fairy Miscreant, maybe a nice place to start this turn. Maybe get the beatdown started with the Ninja next. Do you think you kill the Fairy Miscreant with the Rift Bolt?
No.
We'll soon find out.
I wouldn't.
He is going upstairs with the Rift Bolt suspended. Let me see a draw for the turn. We've got at least 1 other mountain in hand here, so we're going to fire that up. We got a Searing Blaze, and oh, that is a good card to go against this Fairy Miscreant. Yep, that's a fair amount of damage. I keep forgetting that card's common. It's a Bane of Modern, to be fair. Jack going to drop to 14.
I don't know what you're on about. My Tarmogoyf is bigger than that.
Yeah, so is normally my Knight of the Reliquary and Courser Recruit fix. It's still a pain in the ass to deal with. We're going to see a Preordain here from Jack, trying to find that 3rd land this time. Preordain, Augur of Bolas. Nothing really interesting in that grip of hands. We does have the Hydroblast in hand ready to go, which is a pretty nice place to be if you're in Jack's position. And I would just be looking for another land right now, trying to dig myself out at the moment. He's going to take the Preordain, so we're going to see the 3rd one of the game here.
All these cantrips, and I'm still looking at that Ponder.
Why are you looking at the Ponder?
Because it's from my favourite set.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, what's my favourite tribe?
No idea.
Merfolk.
Why is that your favourite tribe? Why is your favourite tribe not like rhinos?
Why would Rhino be my favourite tribe?
I don't know.
Merfolk was my first modern deck.
That, ladies and gentlemen, home does explain a lot.
What does that explain?
Jack having a good look here at this Preordain. Trying to see what he wants to do. Definitely like keeping the land. Delver seems fine as well. Do need to get a threat into play at some point. We're going to draw the island. Going to make the island. I'm going to say go. See what we find. It's Gush in hand as well, which is rather nice. Probably not quite at the time to use that card yet, but definitely getting closer. Untap draw here for Carl. Jack down to 14. Carl's still at a healthy 20 with some number of burn spells in hand. So we're going to see the first one. We're going to see a lightning bolt going upstairs. That's Jack down to 11. not wanting to counter that one. I think he's keeping this Hydro Blast, especially for the Thermo Alchemist. And yeah, we'll Hydro Blast the cantrip spell. So we'll take 3, but we'll counter the one that draws your opponent a card. I like that a lot. A lot of discipline there from Jack to hold on to that Hydro Blast rather than firing off straight away. But now we see a Delver of Secrets with Spell Stutter Sprite backup. Pretty nice position to be in, with a Gush as well, just in case. And a pass at the back of the turn. You'd be confused to think that Jack was on Mono Blue Delver.
I love that deck.
What about that deck do you love so much?
I love drawing cards. And playing Ninja with the Deep Owls.
But you get to play Ninja in this one as well.
But I play Ninja in Legacy.
That's true. So, do we flip the Delver? The blind flip? Ah, not lucky enough. See another Spell Stutter Sprite here.
So, I'd be winning on bingo.
You'd be winning on bingo. You would be. I wouldn't be. Actually, while we're here...
Are we going to make bingo?
Yeah, let's make bingo cards while we're at it.
Sure.
4x4 or 3x3?
3x3.
3x3. How silly are we going to be with them?
Well, we know our first ones.
What? Cast Gurmag Angler for 7 mana?
Cast Gurmag Angler for 1 mana.
You can't do it like that, though. You can't, like, benefit from my hardships and stuff.
No, but my first one was Delver doesn't flip. You know that.
Yep. So are we going 3x3 or 4x4? What do you feel?
3x3.
3x3.
I'm not smart enough to do more than 9.
So we're going to see 2 mana being tapped
so
here.
Delver doesn't flip is my middle one because it's already happened.
Oh, Gush. It's pretty nice. Well, there's a counter spell, which isn't a bad draw here at all. It wasn't very good. There we go. That's how it should be done. You're meant to be commentating at the moment while I draw or fail to draw. It depends on how you want to look at it.
I just see you've wrote the word team and I don't know what the rest is. There's a J.
Team John.
Team John.
Team John, because Team Will cannot win.
Even though I'm winning.
Start writing, for goodness sake, man. No, you make them up as you go along. Just make up it's 9 things. It's not even hard.
It's quite hard.
Actually, to be fair, the hardest thing is like not killing each other's hands as we go along.
Look at your box compared to mine.
So we're going to see an island into play here. Carl, not really able to do a lot at the moment. Just sort of, yeah, I've got to deal with this double counter spell in hand for Jack. That is a pretty awesome hand. We're going to see an attack for 1 here from the Spellstutter Sprite, sending a message. Carl down to the grand total of 19. And a pass back of the turn for Jack. We're going to take 1, go down to 9. Still needs to find an answer pretty quickly to this Thermo Alchemist. Definitely starting to run away with the game.
This is actually more difficult than you realise.
Yep.
Trying to think of Pauper relevant things that could happen that you'd actually put on a... I've got Tron player loses and Delvin.
Turn 3 Tron. We'll go for that one. Go for the turn 3 Tron. So we're going to see a lightning bolt going upstairs. I like the spell stutter sprite here. Yeah, let's get the spell stutter in here. That's countered.
Counter a counter.
Oh, goodness me. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough.
There's enough blue decks in this format for that to happen.
Yeah, that's true. So we're going to see the Thermo Alchemist doing 1 more point of damage. Jack down to 7. And, oh, we're going to fire. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Is Jack just dead? Down to 3. Untap the Alchemist. Is Jack just dead here? Oh, my goodness. This burn matchup is... Oh, my good lord. There's another Fire Blast in hand. Oh, good game, well played, Jack. Oh, my goodness. What on earth was that? Wow. Shows him his hand of counter spells. Burn player still wins.
Draw more than 5 cards off of your draw spells?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I was thinking of upping it to 7 because you start with 7 cards, so it kind of seems like, oh, you draw a whole new hand off of your draw spells.
Okay.
This is actually more difficult. Twitch chat, what would you put on your bingo cards? That's helpful, can you? I got. How did. What?
Finish game on more life than you started.
No, sure.
Danny. Danny, you're good at bingo cards.
What would you put
We've
on your
got Team John versus Team Will.
Oh, you're playing bingo?
Yeah.
I love Magic Bingo.
I'm up to 4 though, and Will's
I'm winning.
No, sure you can count it. Fine.
Oh, you're looking for like achievements, right?
Yeah.
Win a game after 3 turns of only 1 land drop.
I've got
You
one.
can have that one.
No, win on a mole to 5.
Win on a multi 5. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's 5.
I
What sort
literally
of-
just put Tron player loses.
I got turn 3 Tron.
Okay, that's pretty good.
But sorry, by the way, welcome back, John Partridge, William Leach. That it was round number 1. Someone scoops at 20 life. Oh,
I'm
man.
taking that one.
Okay, sure. Donald K Magic, you can pass that one on. That's a pretty good one. I like that one a lot. This is fun. To be fair, it's probably more fun making the cards than.
Yeah.
Probably.
I've got one.
I hate how.
That's my one. Make a punny joke.
Make a funny joke.
Oh no, no, no.
Yes, I'm allowed that one. You got like delve, like you got like counter a counter and draw more than 5. I'm having make a punny joke.
Yeah, but
How about a stack with more than 4 objects on it?
Yeah, you have that one.
okay, yeah, because I'm kind of the blue.
Yeah, you do that nonsense.
Stack with.
Oh no, I've got one. Attack for more than 20
Ooh, that's a spicy one.
in a turn. All right, 2 to go. Russ, you're good at these as well. We're making bingo cards. Oh yes, for Magic.
Win the game with a 1/1.
Yeah, yes, that's a good one. I like that one. Oh man, what else could we do? So many good ones. What else could we do?
Normal summon the Neb. No. Wrong
What
card
other
game.
things? We could do like see really rare cards. No, that's not really. That's not great. What else could we do? Did Russ flood out on camera? Was that you, Russ? Was that you saying you flooded out?
That spot because it has counts for the best colour in your format.
All right. I was gonna make my bingo square. Russ floods out on camera. Maybe not anymore. Oh, I've got one.
What is it?
No.
What do you mean? No. I can hardly take it, can I?
There we go. There's the next one.
Oh, yeah,
Will forgets what a card does.
Will forgets what a card does.
One player wins in 10 turns or less.
Yeah.
You can have that one. Because I've literally got Tron player loses. John has to go find out what a card is.
Yeah, we can do that one. The second best colour in your format holds that spot because it has counters for the best colour in your format. Yes, it does. They do have the best counters. Mr. Patton, come join. Move over a bit.
What do you mean?
You can put your bag
stand
down.
in the middle.
Put your bag down.
That seems sensible, rather than destroying the shop.
Yeah.
Gents,
So
how did that look on camera? 'Cause
it looked-
felt awful.
It looked pretty
Hold on,
terrible
hold on.
from.
Are you Team John or Team Will?
Oh, I've got to be Team John.
Yay! The correct choice was made by Mr. Patton. Team John.
Sorry. What is your...
Okay, so we're making our bingo
I'm
cards.
winning.
You're winning. He's winning at the moment because we had
Because of you.
You didn't blind flip
I
a
did
Delver.
blind flip my Delver, yes. I realised
so you
I,
left-
I pulled
you
the
left.
counter spell off the top and then went, I forgot the trigger on that. To be fair, it didn't
Oh, man.
matter. I was dead the next time.
Oh yeah, blast countering blast is your last one.
Yeah.
Blast
I-
counter
No,
blast.
I've got counter a counter, so...
Sure.
It'll
Change
come.
that one.
No.
Yeah, make it more interesting.
No.
I've got some good ones. So we've got blind flip Delver,
Yeah.
angler cast for 7 mana,
As in actually just hard
Yeah.
cast. There's nothing in
Yeah.
the graveyard.
turn
Yeah.
3 Tron,
Solid, yeah.
I've got Tron player losers.
Finish game on more life than you started.
I like your one, it has been said.
Finish game on more life than you started. Win on a Malta 5. Make a punny joke.
Can you hear us? Or is it yours?
No, I'm making a
Right.
punny joke.
Oh, that's
Attack
like
for
a
more
free
than
square
20.
for you.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, so he's got one as well, though. Attack for more than 20 in a turn. Tron player wins in 10 or less turns.
Right.
And Will forgets what a card does.
I mean, that also feels like a free square.
Go on, do yours.
I've got Tron player loses.
Right.
Counter a counter.
Yep.
Draw more than 5 cards off of your spells.
Which is,
I came close.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
got 4
Scoop at 20 life.
or more.
Yeah.
We can do or more.
Delver doesn't blind flip.
Yeah, yeah.
A stack with 4 or more spells.
Okay.
Which is pretty good.
that's a pretty
You
good
win
one.
with a 1-1. That's originally a 1-1, so a 1-1 that's been pumped does count.
Sure.
Yeah.
So a Vault
I would-
Scourge with like an elephant guide on it counts.
See,
Yeah.
I would have gone with like a 1x and just been like, it can't be pumped, but it can be like an Augur of Bolus that just goes to town.
Yeah.
Go on.
John has to go find the card name.
Which was
'cause
quite
it
an
happens
appropriate one.
every week.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does,
well.
yeah.
And I can't think of a last one.
Free square, like John's got make a punny joke. And
Oh.
That's never not going to happen during a
I've got.
stream.
I should just put sigh at John's jokes.
Does the L'Oreal hair flick? Because he's worth it. Oh my god, I can't. Yeah. I won't take that one yet. Tireless Tribe is winning with a 1-1.
no.
But anyways, no, we won't take that one. That was quite good. I like that one. But anyways, obviously, one of the joys of this week, we have quite a big week ahead of us of coverage because Mr. Patton has now finally returned from Japan. After how many was it? 4
6 weeks.
6 weeks away in Japan. So apparently you can spend 6 weeks in Japan and come back. Why?
How did work allow? What?
Why did you come back?
Yeah, that wasn't my choice.
Ran out of monies.
How did work allow that? Oh
He
wait.
was a university person.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
worked
yeah.
away.
Typing my thesis, so I
Yeah,
can do
yeah.
that from anywhere in the world. It's great. Means I don't have to be there.
That's true. But what it does mean, however, is that tonight we obviously have our winner box where Jack is playing. Unfortunately, not able to take on game 1. On Tuesday, we have our normal Legacy.
Handover by Legacy Division.
Handed by the Legacy Division. I won't be there this week. I had my once in a lifetime opportunity last weekend. Loved it. It was great. Mr. Iak was wonderful as well. Wednesday, we have Modern, because I will be here for that. Wouldn't mind playing. We'll probably be commentating because that's what I do alongside probably Chris. And then come the weekend, we have a very special weekend. And it is a 2-day weekend that's very special. So you're going to do the Sunday one because I think it's more appropriate. So what is happening on Sunday here at Darksphere in London?
So there is a memorial event for Ed Hughes, which is in honour of SUDEP, which is sudden death by epilepsy.
And this was unfortunately what Ed succumbed to not that long ago, was it? So it's still quite...
No, I remember
fresh
that.
in the
It was Josh Buchan told me this during FNM that
Oh,
he
wow.
got the text,
Wow.
showed it to me, and he's like, damn. So we all immediately dropped from that FNM.
And went,
Yeah.
because you knew him quite well.
He was the person who got me into modern and competitive Magic. He helped me build my first deck, and my first modern deck sourced me the trades I needed to build that. So I can safely say without him I wouldn't be playing Magic at the level I am now.
Yeah. So that's on Sunday. So that's obviously a memorial event, and that's modern format, I believe?
Yes, I don't know who's going to be with me for that.
Because I won't be. Because I have a lovely little boy who will be waiting for, hopefully, for me on Saturday night when I get back, because Saturday night's why I will be on camera. So Sunday will be someone else joining Will alongside the booth. And I do implore any of you who would like to come and play Modern on Sunday to come along to the event. It will be it's a very obviously important event for many people, and obviously it's for a great cause, obviously that Ed supports as well. It'll be hosted here, Darksphere in London, have coverage of it live, and obviously a great event to look forward to. Obviously on the flip side of that, we have the very cutthroat environment of the preliminary Pro Tour qualifier here from Darksphere in London being hosted on the Saturday. So Sunday definitely is a day of remembrance. Make the most of the opportunity, come out, see friends, remember how lucky we all are to... And Sunday it's a time to remember how lucky we all are. That we're all here, we're able to come and play Magic, we're able to enjoy time with... We're able to enjoy a wonderful game with so many other people, both watching on camera, watching us stream, but also playing it out there. And I think, to be fair, if I could be here, I would be, because it would be wonderful to do. and to enjoy it with the rest of the community. And it is a wonderful community here at Darts in London. Definitely. It really is. So I do encourage any of you who want to come play Modern on a Sunday, come and join us for our Modern charity event here. But Saturday will be the one where I will be on camera with this man here.
Hello. Yes.
We will be bringing you a live coverage of somewhere between 8 and 9 rounds, probably, because I can't see it being any less than 5 Swiss rounds of preliminary Pro Tour qualifier, and it will be standard. And you're going to be judging it, aren't you? You head judging it? No, Nick's running it.
I will not be here this weekend. Correct.
No, so Nicholas.
I owe Nick a very big apology.
Why?
Because he was judging my PPTQ when I went to Germany.
Oh yeah.
So I just messaged him 2 days before I left. Oh, by the way, sorry.
Can't come. But
I'm
so
an apology for you as well. We have to go to the next round, so we need
you
to
can
wrap
give me
this
you can give me 2 minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
So Saturday will be actually it's one of those things because we don't do a lot of standard coverage. We do modern, legacy, and Pauper. Modern, legacy, and Pauper, which are our big ones. But apparently my headset doesn't like me very much today.
It's me as well.
But on Saturday we'll be having our preliminary Pro Tour qualifiers. So minimum 5 rounds of Swiss, top 8, maybe 6 rounds depending on how many pool time of standard action. I know what I'd be playing. You know what you'd be playing.
I know what I'd be playing.
But we're not. We're not qualified. We are qualified for the RPTQ for the limited one in April, but we're not qualified for the team one. So a bit of shout for the shout out there. If anyone needs a team player for the RPTQ with team, let me and Jack know, because I would love to go to it. But still looking for please. However, and Will as well. However, that does bring us very nicely to the end of round number 1 of
the PPTQ.
Yeah, I'm not. You're playing. You might be. Yeah, we're going to be building you a deck at the moment. Yeah. However, that does bring us nicely to the end of round number 1 of coverage here from our winner box Pauper from Darts in London. From myself, John Partridge, William Leach, and Jack Patton. We'll be back with you very shortly.
Right, I best go get ready.
You put Team Will upside
I
down
put
on
Team
this.
Will. Yes, I did. You let me have access to your bingo card. However, that does mean that it is round number 2 of coverage here from Darksphere in London for our Monday night Pauper winner box. John Partridge, William Leach here to guide you through some very interesting action with our finished bingo cards. So, ladies and gentlemen at home on the chat, are you on Team John or are you on Team Will? If you're on Team Will, then you'll likely lose because he's a bad player. However, this match will give us a chance to possibly tick off a number of boxes.
Sure.
We can send it down to feature match area. We have
lost my pen.
Carl on. There's your pen. We have Carl on his fabulous 5-colour Tron deck versus his opponent, name of oh my goodness, Alexander on blue-black Delver.
Oh,
so
I did an auto.
have you put? Oh man.
Going to players and game.
Okay, yeah, you did a bit of a whoopsie on that one, didn't you? Let's just quickly sort this out because you do not understand Wizard Reporter and you're meant to be a TO. However, we're going to send it down to feature match area for round number 2 of coverage here from Darksphere in London. Give the players the go ahead. Judge. He only answers to judge now when he's on the floor. It's much easier to shout. So, Alexander on your right, Carl on your left.
Here's something. I'll give you a free point if you can name the card that Carl's playmat is.
Oh, I know this one, and you're going to... I know this one.
Okay, but I'm going to time you.
No, you can't do that.
I can.
No, you can't, because I'm typing.
No. It'll be a fine time. It's currently 20 past 8. I will give you 5 minutes.
Okay.
When that says 25 past...
Okay, yeah, we can do this.
Sure. No using your phone.
You never said anything about that.
No, that's cheating.
It's not cheating.
If you do that, then
He won't find me.
point
Yeah?
revoked.
Don't need any. I'm going to win anyway.
What?
Mind you, you're one up, aren't you? So do you want to cross off the one? Oh, here you go. That's how you do it.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like both players took a mulligan.
And leading with a self forwards, Carl was on 21.
What?
What?
What? I don't understand what just happened.
Neither do I. Was that game 1? Did Alex keep no land hand and then...
I'll go find out.
Because if so... No, scoop at 20 life. Did I just have... Oh, this sounds great. Yes! He did scoop. So he was on 4 and Carl was on 5 and he kept a no-land hand trying to find it. Yes!
Oh, man.
Oh, that feels so good.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, that feels great.
It's pretty rough.
No, you know what it sounds like? Have you ever played Minecraft?
Nope.
So you don't know the...
Nope.
Okay.
Huh. So what actually happened was Carl mulligan to 5, Alexander mulligan to 4, no lander, didn't draw 2 lands conceded, and crossed you off a bingo square. Oh my goodness me. What did I do to deserve this?
It was your idea.
Yeah, it was, but I didn't think it would happen that quickly. I didn't think you'd be 2-0 up in the first game.
Oh, that's great. So, for chat, they've heard all of our ones. They didn't hear my final one.
Okay, what was your final one?
Sire, a bad pun.
Sire to bad pun.
Yeah. So
Oh,
basically all of yours.
All of my puns. All of my punny jokes.
I'm not even counting that one yet because You
Why
say
not?
that one every week.
I know, because it's the easiest one to do.
No update. And I love the fact that he's a Delver deck, which means he could just beat down with a 1/1 Delver and get me another one.
Oh yeah, I know. That's really painful. I really don't like that
That would be
part.
hilarious.
That's really horrible to
Oh,
hear.
and they're both blue decks, so that could happen.
Yes, theoretically could happen.
This could happen.
Apparently most of yours could happen.
All of mine could happen in this game.
Yeah. Them feel bads.
Starts off with the turn 1 Delver.
Oh.
Yes!
Ah, come on. So these guys are at 1 and 1 at the moment. Oh, sorry. So Carl is at 1 going to 0. It doesn't matter if you can hear him. He didn't flip it. That's all I care. Did he blind flip the Delver? It's all I care about. Let's go see a brainstorm here for Alexander. Off to a nice start here.
I like that spelling. Not with an X, but with a K and an S. It's the same way that I'm not going to make this reference because you don't know what it is.
Probably not. Oh
no.
I don't think I can't really do the blind flip Delver this time. Oh man. Oh man. Oh please, fingers crossed. We can make turn 3 Tron.
He doesn't have another Tron land in hand.
Oh, I hate you so much if you say that to me again.
What he does.
Attack for 3.
Oh.
Oh. Oh
No.
man. Ah,
Yes.
no. Carl. Carl.
Oh.
And a pass back at the turn. Oh no, he's going to have a think about maybe he's going to fire off this
That
landing bolt.
hurts people, Carl.
Oh man, I was so lucky. So unlucky. Oh man, I think I might have given myself some really difficult ones.
Mine are great.
Huh.
Mine are the handicap ones because obviously...
Don't say that.
No, as in...
I put Team Will upside. Oh man, that's rough. And we're going to see the prismatic lens filter for red, and we're going to see a Spellstutter Sprite. Oh no! No!
You both
No! Oh no, you get to cross another one off.
I love the fact that you're crossing them off and not even letting me
man.
cross. This is great.
Oh no. Oh man.
You both get a bingo square for the llamas with hats reference.
Ah, yeah.
I'm happy with that because there's one of these that I would like to get rid of now.
Which one?
That one.
All the Tron player losers.
No, the bottom one, bottom left.
I'm struggling at the moment.
With this or with life?
I'm large as life and twice as ugly.
What?
Have you never heard that one? Large as life and twice as ugly.
I recognise it.
Yeah, I can't remember where it's from. Let me have a quick look at that. That one is more interesting. It's also Liliana Defiant Necromancer. It's the flip side of Liliana Heretical Healer. What?
You're late.
I'm not late. Never late. Have never been proven to be late.
I said you get until 8. Yeah,
well, I was off at the table trying to find out what happened in game one, so I got some free time.
No, that's not how it works.
It is.
It's not.
You don't make the rules. You're a guest here.
Because you could have asked him why you were over there. Which is what you probably did. You're so bad. You're such a cheat.
I didn't ask him. He's cheating, clearly. We're on turn 5, so we might win. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no, I got one. I got one.
What one?
My Tron player wins in 10 turns or less. Boom! Because his opponent conceded game 1.
Yeah.
We have a 1-1 in play, though. Where does that saying come from? from Mad Max, apparently in 1979.
The original, man.
Oh, with the impulse, because we got Tron. We got a Mole Drifter. Oh, this can smell the value. Can he win before turn? Oh, wow. Duress, a pile of cardboard. I'm going to ponder.
May I just tell you that Brainstorm also says draw 3 cards, then put 2 back.
Doesn't count.
No. That does count.
It doesn't count.
You draw 3.
Well, Carl's just drawn 3 extra cards this game. Oh, sorry, 2, because obviously the prismatic lens doesn't draw a card.
Yep. Impulses.
Impulse doesn't draw a card.
Oh, true. But
We're up to turn 6 here for Carl. Can he win the game? Oh, we're going to see the Delver flip to the Diabolic Edict. Sorry? Why would you do that to yourself?
why?
Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. Attack for 3.
Oh.
The beatdown continues here for... Oh, we're going to flashback with a lot of mana here, our Forbidden Alchemy. Look at the top 4 for fun and the Mole Drifter.
Oh.
Oh, getting close. Meaning. Apparently the English Stack Exchange has a meaning for the phrase.
Sure. I just want to see this hit Prophetic Prism so I can get
What does this idonym mean? Where did it originate from? Original phrase predates things. Okay, I lost interest in looking at the rest
He
of it.
has Prophetic Prism in hand and another Mole Drifter, which means I will get my...
Good job. Yeah, I've got 1 at the moment.
I'm about to get my 4th.
Yeah.
You know in golf you get the handicap. Mine was getting the easier.
Your hand. No, must be must be stream sensitive here.
Yeah, that's...
No, I was going to give you 1 back, but you didn't. Oh, it's stream sensitive.
Oh.
No, you're bad at Magic. That's why. You clear because you clear. Oh man. I was hoping you wouldn't see that one, and I could just like distract you long enough that you wouldn't see it. Oh well.
What? See that Prophetic Prism drawing the 5th card? Yes. And it says more, so I just wait until he's played another card draw spell.
Should be all right. Attack for 3. Block. Okay, we're gonna Agony Warp. Hello.
Oh,
hello. Oh, that's a nice one, that is. Obviously, you can counter it, unfortunately, with this Hydro Blast. Do we have a counter spell? No.
No.
Oh, we're going to counter the Agony Warp, so we trade. Which obviously is a benefit here for Carl, keeping himself alive. Land into play, untap from Carl. Draw for the turn. Attack for 2 here.
I'm just going to inform you of one. You should technically have 2 by now.
Why?
Carl.
It wasn't I've made about 4 punny jokes tonight, so I'll give myself that one.
Sure.
So we need to get another Tron deck on camera now, because then I can win.
I'm sorry, Carl. I need you to lose.
Oh no, Carl won on a Malta 5 as well.
So it's a lot closer than we thought.
Yeah, it's a lot closer. When I actually start reading my bingo card, it is a lot closer than I thought. But we're going to see a mountain of mana being tapped here by Carl.
I can't even read
Or
half
not.
of your bingo cards.
You're not meant to be able to read them. They're my bingo cards.
That's not how it works. You
It
could
is.
just be like, oh, this says the thing that just happened, get it right.
Yes.
And knowing you'd do that.
Yes, as we now have a Mnemonic Wall in hand as well. The value continues to roll here for Carl. Tap 3 lands, make 5 mana. Feels good. Tron deck definitely going off, as you would say.
Definitely.
Get back Pyroblast, I think, would be a fairly good shot. No, get back Mystical Teachings instead. Obviously getting a bit more utility out of that card. Can now find the Ghostly Flicker and can now combo kill his opponent.
Reading the bingo card explains the bingo card.
Yeah. Is it like RTBQ? You know what RTQ is, right? Read the question. You know what RTBQ means? I'll let you work that one out.
I feel like Ron Weasley would like it.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be breaking here, and
Oh, please, teachings for teaching.
it'll be
We
teachings
should've
for
put that one
ghostly
down.
flicker. No, because no one does it like no one wants to teachings for teachings like I do. We're going to see a ghostly flicker, which is going to be probably sealing the deal here. If we're honest, we're going to ghostly flicker the Mole Drifter. Oh my goodness me. That is some power of this Tron deck. It's the synergistic combo deck. I mean, the fact that it's actually 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only turn 9. Do we count this as effectively winning by turn 10? Because I don't think he loses this game.
You've already got it. What?
I know. But I was just thinking. It's pretty much locked the game up, I'm fairly sure. Ghostly Flicker. Yep, just get more cardboard.
He hasn't won until Alexander scoops, which he won't because
What's the why? Yeah, why should he scoop?
exactly. Therefore, he's not lost, and therefore, stop playing with the judge.
Not playing with the judge. That sounds rude.
That's not.
Get a paper cut from the judge instead.
It's better than the judge calling you
A hypocrite. I don't know. What else were you going to say?
a certain judge at a certain PPQ called me a certain name because I got a bad song stuck in their head.
Well, I did make a judge almost lose the will to live that day.
All it was someone said they were doing so badly today, and I just went, "'Cause you had a bad day."
Everyone down. It wasn't even that bad a song.
I like the song.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
that
on my
bad.
playlist that I play to get here.
Oh, can we go Magangler for 7 mana? I don't think he's going to, but it'd be sweet if he did. No. Oh, it's 1 mana.
He's delving.
Oh,
Yes.
man. Oh. What's this poor blue-black player doing?
Thank you, Alex.
Also got a ninja just in case. I think that Gurmag Angler's dead. Yeah, Gurmag Angler is. I mean, bear in mind the Tron player's got like 6 cards in hand still. Is mind-numbing. And a Ghostly Flicker just whenever he needs it.
For value.
Yeah, just like let's flicker twice, get back whatever we want, get back teachings, get back a Hydra, get back a Pyroblast, get back a Lightning Bolt, get back a Lightning Axe. Your
actually like
choice, get a
getting back
Flame
Bolt
Slash, or you get an Impulse instead.
I like this because Rolling Thunder's a sorcery, and that's how you really close out this game.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, your opponent's at 16, but pretty much dead.
Just
Tower of Power.
I'll take a land or a card draw spell.
Take the Tower of Power. Untap. Plenty of mana available here for Carl. The beats for 2. Not going to give you the 1/1. And we're going to play the Tower of Power. And a Seagate Oracle. Trigger 1 and 2. Some lands.
There is something I appreciate about this, though.
What?
It's so shiny.
Yeah, and I will give Carl credit. He knows what he's doing with this deck. He's very, very quick and proficient with the turns. And yes,
All the mana.
this
definitely.
man has all of the mana this game, 100%. Can confirm much mana in play.
I just came in to watch and I already see Tron. Hashtag feels bad. I agree, Perry Perry. One of my bingo cards is Tron loses.
Not going to sign that one off. Oh yeah, so for those of you who have joined us, we have bingo cards. We have Team John versus Team Will. Will is currently winning 4-3 somehow. I don't know how, but yes. See a Ponder here with the Delver Secrets as an option.
Sure.
How did we get to the point where you're beating me at something in Magic?
I mean, I beat you at Magic.
Have you?
We've never even played.
No, not competitively, no.
No. We've never actually.
No, we've played in friendly games and
Yeah.
split the difference at times. Don't think competitively we've ever played. Played many people competitively.
You've never paired against me competitively.
No. Paired against Josh a few times. That's always good fun. I do think the funniest thing played against Loz 4 different PPTQs, and I think I paired against Josh at 3 different PPTQs. Lost the first time and then won the second
Do
one.
you know Josh's record against me?
About 10-1.
Oh, it used to be 66-0. Now it's 66-3.
Way, he's winning some games.
The first win was in Cube. What's that?
So that's a Rolling Thunder being countered by a counter spell, which may get countered by... Oh, it's only 3 on the stack. Can we put a 4th? Oh, no.
Oh.
No 4th on the stack. Well, not lucky enough today. So we're going to bring it back to the booth here with John Partridge, William Leach sat alongside me on the left, and the joys of our bingo cards. So this is Team John, obviously not the prettiest.
This is Team Will.
Team Will, that's upside down. So we thought it'd be a bit of fun today. And obviously for those who can join at home. Yeah, feels bad. So after the tournament, bonus round, you two borrow random Pauper decks and play on stream. Someone's commentating is optional.
I've got a Pauper deck on me.
So do I. Could go play now, but I don't think people would appreciate it.
I don't want to.
But I want to go through this first.
I don't want to play the mirror.
Oh yeah, because it's blue-black. It's the blue-black control mirror. Except mine has 4 anglers, 4. Mine has many big monsters. I don't think that game ends.
Mine has curse main deck.
Yeah, so mine has 4 sideboard. To be
It's
fair,
going to be really interesting.
to be fair, I want to brew something up in Pauper because you know, like Pauper seems to be the brewer's format. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Don't ask us to play. Like we would have to actually borrow someone's random decks.
Ninja Bear Delver.
No, I'm not borrowing Ninja Bear Delver.
Over there.
Over there, please. So there's a brew coming on. So it involves this card.
Of course it does. Blue Black Control. Never mind. I love that.
Yeah, that man was not as much of a fan.
Blue Black Reanimated Delver.
Oh man, that deck sounds sweet.
But does it have Dim Rover Horror?
Yeah, does it have Dim Rover Horror?
Yes.
So this is the brew we want to build and have some fun with. Like, there's other cards in it, but like YOLO it, right?
Hold on a second. I need that.
You can't have it. It's mine.
I need it. I genuinely
There's
need
other cards in it. Like we've got.
I need that for a format that's not Pauper.
What do you need it for?
Legucci.
What? Coiling Oracle?
Yes.
What are you playing Coiling Oracle in Legacy?
Allurin.
Oh yeah, that's true.
For value. So
One of them.
one of them.
One of these.
Talking about that.
It's a fun deck. Stop beating up on me.
Is MM17
Yeah.
draft a valid Pauper deck?
Yes, it is. It really is because you got this. So you got this in M17 Pauper, M17 draft. You got this one.
You got your Dim Rover Horror.
You got this one, and you got this one. And yes, this is Din Rover Horror. I like my deck. It's like full of 2-drops, and then you land a 6-drop and go 4/4.
Thank you.
Value. Put that card back. Your hands will be removed. Your hands will be forcibly removed otherwise. But no, so build a blue-red land destruction deck with Fade Away as board. Oh my goodness. Hello. Brainstorm, Thought Scar, Exhume. Yes, that is a deck. You can reanimate Gurmag Angler.
I'd rather.
Oh yeah, there's Gurmag Angler in this as
I'd
well.
rather reanimate
Gurmag Angler.
the
Dim Rover Horror.
8-mana AA Ulamog's Crusher.
Or Dim Rover Horror. Or Dim Rover Horror. You can sideboard Dim. You can exhume a Dim Rover Horror. Okay.
Oh.
Who's on table? Can I have the sheet back, please, so I can type player names?
We've got where?
Does this deck involve flickering? It probably should do.
Okay, it's people we haven't had yet.
Yeah. All right. Tommy, can you sit this side? If you on the feature match, if you sit this side and your opponent sits the other side, it's just easier to type it in. Okay, cool. Excellent.
Your bag's open.
It's fine. He's moving from table. So we have. Why is it?
You've put 2 S's.
I know. Leave me alone.
To be honest, you didn't fuck up as badly as I did.
It's not hard. Yep, but at least the system recognises it. Oh my goodness. At least
Yeah.
the system recognises Tommy's name. Yes, I love me some filigree. Yeah, oh my goodness, it's a value deck. It's just fun. Like, this is one of the things with Pauper. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Cool. Thank you very much. What's the score at the moment?
They're going to game 2. I don't know who won.
Okay. Could you find out, please?
Well, we can find out by who's on the play.
That is also true. But it doesn't always mean it is the truth. People can sometimes use to draw.
I know, but
Very rarely. Blue-white control mirrors.
always fun to...
Always fun to watch you two battle each other on commentating. Well, yeah, it's
How
what
do we
makes it more
battle
fun.
each other?
Banter is flowing, as they say.
Sure.
Well,
So,
yeah,
talking about Saturday with the deck you're lending me.
but that's standard. Is
Okay,
people
fine.
really like? If you want, and if people are actually interested in the chat in what deck I want to brew you up for Saturday, sure.
I was tempted to be like, I'll play your F&M deck.
Yeah, you can do, because that deck was sweet.
No.
Why not? It was.
No.
Why not?
No.
The splash is really good.
No. Because
So
knowing
apparently
my luck,
people
I
are
will
playing
never
7
find-
cards. Oh right, ooh, that's a lot of cards.
That sounds...
However, what we're going to do, we're going to send it down to the feature match area for round number 2, match 2 of our coverage here of our Pauper tournament from Darksphere in London. Can you give them the go-ahead?
Isaac won game 1. He's playing Blue Red Delver.
Isaac won game 1 on Is It Delver?
It is.
No, Is It Delver?
It is.
Is It Delver?
It is.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? Oh man.
Oh, yeah, I get to tick one off.
Is it a winner box? Yes. So tonight we are hosting a 4-round winner box Pauper tournament. There are a total turnout today of 23 players. I want blue-black control. Yeah, but why would you not? Why would you play blue-black control when you can play like blue-black mid-range or Sultai mid-range?
You want to run that in paper on Saturday?
Or blue-black control? Please don't.
Why? You'll put me on the feature match round 1, right?
Of course. And what you get absolutely... Well, maybe not, actually, because if you play My Brew, which is blue-black splashing green, then you'd be fine. And yes, 23 players is a very good turnout to Tommy on his favourite mono-black deck here. Down 1 game to 0, having to pull it back as we're going to see a turn 1 Evolving Wilds from Isaac's Blue-Red Delver deck. It's turn back, draw for Tommy. Perfect timing, another Swamp, and we're going to see...
Pass.
I'm going to give you a bingo square, aren't I?
Probably.
I
I have no idea what that is.
Anyone at home able to help us with what that card is? Oh, is it? Oh, no, I know. Hang on. No, I know what this one is. Yeah, come by witches.
Kumbaya.
No, but that's not even funny. At my local game store, 6 to 8 players is an amazing turnout. 23 is pretty damn good.
My local game store, we run one event every 2 weeks. That sounds so bad.
23. But the thing is, this is what started to grow from the Monday night Pauper event. Is that? Oh my goodness! Really?
You put double J, maybe it's 1.
No, I think it's meant to be. Otherwise, we're going to have to disappear to MTG Goldfish. We're going to see an Ash Barons being
Maybe
cycled away here. Oh, yeah. Spelled with U-O, not O-U.
Okay, John, William, on 14th of April, I'm going to go to a Pauper tournament. Which deck should I take with me? Red Black Reanimate or Sultai Dredge?
Whichever one...
Yeah, whichever one.
You're going to have... Whichever one you are going to have the most fun with.
That is probably my answer. Yeah, no.
And we'll attend sometime at still building my Pauper decks. Which Pauper decks are you building? I have no idea how to pronounce that name. You have a go. You go, Will.
And chatting, that's 17? That's 17, yeah. I played a lot of Kingdom Hearts to know Roman numerals.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. So, what decks are you planning on building? It'd be really interesting to know what Pauper decks. Oh my goodness, this headset.
Yeah, you might want to...
Killing me inside. It's killing me inside.
Oh, good.
Oh, ha, funny. Nice. You're a wonderful person that you are. We're going to see a Skred deal with the Converge, which is very cleanly here, the second mana, and another one, because sometimes you need two.
Burn
Especially when
and slash or blue-red thingy.
Blue-red thingy. So is that blue-red? Is it Blitz or is it Delver?
Yeah.
Is the question. But then Purry, in answer to your question, I quite like the idea of both of those decks. Unfortunately, you can't play both of them. Red Black Reanimator sounds really interesting. Assault Dredge sounds like Tormented Existence. I'd probably play Red Black because it sounds more interesting to me. And that's the only reason I play the deck, 'cause it's more interesting.
Whereas I'm a boring person and I'll say the Dredge deck because it sounds like something that already exists.
Oh, wow.
Therefore, there's more information on it. Ooh.
So, Counterspell. So, Spell Stutter Sprite on the stack. Okay, so this should kill everything. So, as a Spell Stutter Sprite enters the battlefield, if you kill the Fairy Miscreant in response, it only counts as 2. It only counts as 1.
Come on, there's one more thing we're missing for this.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, so how is the stack lining up? Yeah.
There's not 4 things, there's 3 things on the
I know
stack.
there's 3 things.
Oh no. Didn't get there. Her.
Hardy har heart.
Technically, I could tick off that you don't know what the Converge Witches did.
What? Will forgets what a card does. No, I don't know what a card is. Not forget what
The
it.
Chittering Rats is pretty good, though. What does the Chittering Rats do?
I hate this card. So your opponent takes a card from their hand and puts it back on top of their library.
That's a shame.
What? That I remembered it.
I know, that's a shame.
You're not taking that one off. I'm beating you. 5-3.
Yeah, I know, it's really painful. I haven't. What is life? The Ponder. Fishy variety. Your favourite one, I do believe. We see a Delver, a Brainstorm, and a... Oh, I've no idea what is that card? I can't see that one from here.
Yeah, no, I can see it.
We've got a Skred and one other card in hand. Looks like a Preordain, possibly? Yeah, looks like a Preordain. We're going to decide to leave on top and draw. We're going to find a Delver of Secrets. Unfortunately, there is no... Oh, no, we're going to Brainstorm. 2 and 3. So, but looks of it, we are Brainstorm locked right now. So which two
cards?
Whey! So which 2 cards are going back, Isaac?
We need to stop doing. Any day now. You know what's quite nice? Looking at the playmats, how the Grand Prix London playmat blurred.
Yeah, firing up the Sacred Foundry.
Yeah. What are you?
He hasn't put 2 cards back yet.
I think he's explaining like.
Let's go and find. I'll just go find out what's happening quickly.
Sure. What's on our bingo cards? I will tell.
You tell them yours or tell them.
You what? I completely missed what he said. So, I can't read what's on John. So, mine are Tron player loses, counter a counter, draw more than 5 in a game, scoop at 20 life, a Delver doesn't blind flip, a stack with 4 or more objects, win with a 1-1, John has to go and find a card name, and sire to bad pun. I have got 5 of those, which was counter a counter, draw more than 5 cards in a game. That's off of spells, like, and he wouldn't let me have Brainstorm draws you 3 cards. Chittering Rats. Nice. Blind Delver flipped. Scoop at 20 life was actually really funny. I just really want the Tron player to lose on camera now. sounds really badly. Yeah, draw 5 extra cards. So the Tron player did it last round, which was he went Mole Drifter, and Prophetic Prism to draw the 5 cards. And then he proceeded to make like 3 more Mole Drifters, so whichever way I would have made that with more cards or however I could have successfully pronounced. That's correct. Yeah,
So that was basically the judge call to work out what turn they were on.
oh,
So we worked out he's on turn 5, so he was trying to work out if he'd played a land yet or not.
yeah. Successfully pronounced Tony's last name. Should
No,
be one of them.
no, Chris, that is not happening. I'm really sorry, Chris, but that is not happening. That is almost impossible to do. As we're going to see the Stormbound Geist enter the battlefield here for Isaac. So have you gone through what your one was?
Yes.
Okay, so my bingo card was Blind Flip Delver, make Gurmag Angler for 7 mana, so full casting cost, because I'm probably the only person that would do that. Turn 3 Tron, because YOLO. Finish game on more life than you started. Win on a mulligan to 5. Make a punny joke.
You missed this one.
Which one?
The finish game with more life
Why?
than you started. Swiftwater Cliffs with the
Yeah.
multi 5 and multiple.
Okay, sure.
See? Nice guy
attack,
reminding me that
attack for more than 20 in a turn. Will forgets what a card does. And Tron player wins in 10 or less turns. So fortunately, when his opponent scooped very early on, I got those. Okay, then, Chris, then on Wednesday, you can prove it to me. On stream, you can pronounce Tommy and Kai's surname, and you can prove that you learnt it. Phyrexian Rager here for Tommy Isaac, playing a Ninja of the Deep Hours in off of his very cheap spells. Do love some Phyrexian Rager here on our Pauper evening. Yeah.
No, I'm Will.
No. Chris, it has to be done on stream, otherwise it's not real. Has to be done on stream, otherwise it's not real. You see Stormbound Geist and Delver of Secrets back into play, using the benefit of the Ninja of the Deep Hours to try and get some more card advantage in this game.
But it won't happen because it got disfigured.
Yep, which seems pretty good. Land into play here. Now it's 5 mana, so things like Grey Merchant of Asphodel are now online here. But Tommy, we're going to attack.
What happens on stream stays on stream.
Yes, agreed. So you have to do it on stream, otherwise it's not real.
Sure.
It's like Facebook official. It's not official. It's on Facebook.
You don't believe in that, right?
No, no,
Good,
I don't,
good.
but it is funny.
Don't tell me you're that stupid.
No, I'm not. Oh, we've got the Monarch. We have the Thorn of the Black Rose.
I lost
He's
to
going to
Black
pass and
Rose
draw an extra
yesterday.
turn. Did you?
Yeah, Black Rose Dragon.
What?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, yeah, well, bad format, right?
Uh,
I'll reveal counterspell to the Delver. Was that a blind flip?
Yeah.
Oh, blind flip Delver! Yes!
One,
Get
two.
him!
We're tied.
I've got a connect 3.
No.
Doesn't count. It has to be up or sideways or vertical. We're only on a 3x3 square. Doing diagonals is too easy.
Yeah, because then. So.
Trigger in the end step. Untap. Pass the turn back. And we're going to cycle a Baron Moor in the end step. If Tommy untap and draw. Can he attack back and become the Monarch yet again? So yes, Chris, if you want to join me on a Wednesday, we can make ourselves some bingo cards. So we can see a Scred here, dealing with the Thorn of the Black Rose. Pretty nice removal spell here. And do we see, and we're going to see a trade here from the Delver of Secrets. Obviously, Isaac wanting to remain the Monarch for a little bit longer in this game, still with Counterspell in hand. So Phyrexian Rage is going to hit the bin. Tommy should know about the counterspell, which is in hand currently for Isaac, showing off the Delver flip trigger. And a preordain the second card for Isaac.
Another swamp.
That's what he wants to draw. Oh. Oh, oh. So we have an unearth. Seems pretty good
One of the
with.
cards that I've given out today.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool.
I think that Russell got that one off me.
So this is actually quite a good bait spell, because it'd be interesting what he gets back. I can see the chittering rats coming back. And Isaac has now got to make some pretty significant decisions. Whether what he wants to do. We're going to choose the chittering rats, so what are we going to put back on top?
I like letting that resolve and just putting the preordain on top.
Yep. So Rose of the Blackthorn, I believe, is a 4-mana spell. So chittering rats back into play. We're going to see the preordain. Oh, wow, no, we're going for the count. Ooh. I was going to say, that's a bit bravely putting your counter spell back on. Oh, he's going to pass the turn back. Untap draw. Going to preordain. So we're going to scry 2. Ash Barrens, a Delver of Secrets, the 2 cards here. I like one more than I like the other.
Definitely.
Definitely like me some Delver more than it likes me some Ash Barrens.
Especially now, I just feel you want to be pretty aggressive.
But he's going to bottom both and draw. Going to find a copy of Spellstutter Sprite that looks fit an attack in with the Stormbound Geist, knocking Tommy down to 13. The Undying 2/2 flyer for 1 blue. Pretty good sideboard card in Pauper. We're going to draw on the end step. Going to pick up ourselves a... Didn't get to see particularly well. So we're going to untap and draw here for Tommy.
Who won game 1?
Isaac won game 1. That's why there's a 1 next to Isaac's name and there's a 0 next to Tommy's.
I am so...
You're struggling today, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
Aren't you, matey? Attack for 2. Moat Spellstutter Sprite.
My excuse, I got in at 1 AM again.
So we're going to chump block with the Spellstutter Sprite.
I like that. Keep the Monarch token.
Yep,
Keep
it's
that card draw.
Definitely drawing you more cards. What's Kai on today? Oh my good lord, that man could be playing pretty much anything in this format, so no idea is the answer. We'll have to find out and have a look. Draw Ninja of the Deep Hours. I like that one. Make Stormbound Geist again. Yeah, this seems like it's starting to slowly fall away from the mono-black player. We are going to see a...
Oh.
So does that work?
Does what work?
This interaction if he ninjas in response. No, he's just going to counter spell it short and then ninja in, because I don't think it worked the way he wanted it to. Surely you tap 2 islands to do this.
He's in 3-color infect.
He's on 3-color infect. What a monster.
You could play infect in Pauper.
You can play infect in Pauper.
Because the best ones are legal.
Sorry?
The best infect creatures are legal.
What, Glistener Elf and Blighted Agent? A Noble Hierarch? No, that's not legal. Oh yeah, because obviously it's after they declare no blockers that you get to ninja them. The Sandstorm's a pretty good draw. Going to make a Terramorphic Expanse here for Isaac. Trigger the Monarch on the end step, draw an extra card, pass the turn back. Chittering Rats on tap here for Tommy, draws his card. Does he find anything good? We're going to attack for 2. Well, he gets to be the Monarch again, which doesn't feel terrible. Like, yes, his opponent has a massive mountain of cards. We're going to see 7 mana being tapped. And a flashback of the Chainer's Edict. Going to make Isaac sacrifice away his Ninja of the Deep Powers. We're going to go to end step. We're going to draw an extra card. I'm going to pass the turn back. Sacrifice off the Terramorphic Expanse. Find ourselves a basic land. And a lot of the benefits of these decks, they run a lot of basic lands.
I'd probably find another mountain if I could.
We'll get the second one out of the deck.
Yeah.
Just in case. Yeah, I like that. Obviously, Isaac decides to go with the island instead. But I definitely like the plan of getting the second mountain out.
Tired?
Yeah, just, I don't know, not through most of today actually, it's been alright, it's just didn't finish work till about 6:30, 7:15. And then I had to bike down here to get here on time. We're going to see a Ponder here. We're going to see Augur of Bolas, Ninja of the D-Powers, and a Lightning Bolt. I like the Bolt. I like the Bolt a lot. It's whether you want to keep the rest of them is the problem.
I like the spells.
I like all of them. I like keeping Augur on top, drawing the Augur, then drawing the Ninja, and then getting a Lightning Bolt as well. Yeah, like, this is a pretty good turn as well. So I'm going to draw, get Augur of Bolas, which means we do know that we have a Lightning Bolt on top of the deck ready to go. Now, if you have a Delver, do you do that, or do you Delver first? It doesn't look like he has a Delver. It looks like he has some Fairy Miscreants.
Play the Augur. You don't know what it could find.
A Lightning Bolt, a Ninja of the D-Powers, and something not Lightning Bolt, something not named Lightning Bolt. So we're going to see a Stormbound Geist, which we knew about already in hand. Definitely trying to find a way to become the Monarch again. So we're going to see an untap with the Chittering Rats here, with the Lightning Bolt in hand, ready to go. We're going to draw for the turn from Tommy. What is Tommy's play for this turn? Got to somehow dig his way back into this match. Currently down 1 game at 2-0. We're going to see the Crypt Rats. I'm going to attack for 2. Can you see lightning? Excuse me. Can you see Lightning Bolt in the Chittering Rats, or the Crypt Rats? Sorry.
I like attacking with 2 because then you only need Crypt Rats to 1 in order to.
Yeah, I like bolting the Crypt Rats because you've got Undying on your Stormbound Geist. You also have a Ninja in hand, I believe, so 3 is going to be tapped. We're going to trigger off the Crypt Rats, so everything's going to take 3 damage. Trigger, Undying. Comes back as a 3/3 now, so an even bigger beating clock. Each player takes 3 damage as well. Crypt Rat's obviously really good on the offensive, not so good on the defensive. So we're going to see an Unearth. Seems to be on the Unearth plan to get back the Chittering Rats.
I like this.
Interesting choice. I like it. Why do you like it? Why not the Chittering Rats? Because I suppose Chittering Rats can't attack through it, can it?
So this attack for 3 is going to put Tommy to 5.
Yeah, I like Sandstorming here, though. Deal 5 damage to everything.
Yeah.
Or non-flying creatures, my apologies, and a Stormbound Geist to follow up. The Monarch as well being handed back over to Isaac. Tommy being betrayed by his own ability. Them feel bads. You see 2 mana being tapped. I like Tommy's deck a lot with all the graveyard interactions that it has.
Definitely.
We're going to exhume.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Don't think it's any good.
And that alarm is the time on the round. Now we're going to sever the Bloodline, get rid of the Stormbound Geist, which had counter on it, which was already dead once. No! No! He didn't do it for 7 mana. Oh, damn Tommy and his 5 and his cheap casting 7 drop 5/5.
Do you know what would upset you more? He could have.
I know he could have. They don't want me to beat you.
It's almost as if he knows, and he's hellbent.
I know.
So there was no reason.
Oh, he had to sever the Bloodline as well. So we're going to see a Ash Barrens being cycled here for a basic land. Going to get another island here.
I know. This is great.
I love how he leaves up a swamp. It's brilliant.
Hard. It wasn't.
He wasn't hard cast, no.
There was some.
There were, he victim of night. Sorry, victim of night, not sever the bloodline. Sever the bloodline is a rare flashback spell as well. Sorry, victim of night. The destroy target non-zombie, non-werewolf, non-vampire creature. Attack for 2. Take 2. Ninja. Yep. So we're going to definitely take 2.
But you're taking 2, and Isaac's drawing more, which might dig into a lightning bolt just to finish.
He's got a Scred in hand, which pretty much kills the Gomag Angler. We've got a Preordain here. These blue decks. You definitely draw more than 5 cards this game.
Definitely.
So Gomag Angler down, Scred dealing at the moment 6 damage, and we're going to also draw an extra card, play the Stormbound guys. Pass the turn back. Tommy, what is your final draw of the game? Well, we got a redraw. Let's have another look. Is it... Oh, is it a Grey Merchant? You survive for a turn with a Grey Merchant? No, it's a Phyrexian Rager. Put yourself to 2. Have a redraw.
Yeah, but now you just die to both of them.
And then a swamp and a passive. And an extension of the hand there from Tommy. Mono black not quite able to take down the power of... Is it Delver? Is it Delver?
You see, it was funny the first time.
It's
it
still
was
funny now.
the second time. Maybe even the third, fourth, and fifth times I was still laughing at it and even
funny
making
now.
the joke.
It's still funny.
But it's probably the 20th time this round you've made that joke.
So? I don't care. It's funny.
It's not.
It is. It's the whole point. It's fun. It's Pauper. It's the best part about this format is it is fun. Something you're not very well aware of.
The best part of this format is the fact that you're going to be playing in it, which means I'll be commentating with Jack.
Yes, that is true. Next Monday does bring around my first opportunity to play me some Pauper action. Going to be probably bringing my Saltai Brew, because YOLO.
I really hope you lose round 1 to Tron.
I probably will. That's the irony. I probably will lose, but it'll be so much fun doing it. Oh, I'm going to love doing it. And it's going to be Jack Patton and William Leach in the booth next time round. And you know what? I'm going to love it.
Going to love it up, yeah? Well, even if it isn't funny the 20th time, I got a feeling it will bounce back by the 20th. Oh.
Exactly.
What, just like magic.
Always punny. What? Magic is fun. Magic's amazing. Are we all done?
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
You
clearly don't have anything to commentate on, and I've got to look at his ugly mug. So I don't mind a quick break. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that does bring us to the end of our round number 2. He has to spend time putting me in the system to disqualify me, so I don't think he's going to go through the paperwork.
It's not even a DQ.
I don't know. But that does bring us to the end of round number 2 of coverage here from Darksphere in London on a Monday night Pauper. I was waiting for you to do something in here rather than just let me talk all the time. We are going to take a very, very brisk break. Down here on my right is going to enter the results. We will have a round number 3 of coverage again very shortly. I'll be looking forward to seeing you all then. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you in the 2 twists of a lamb's tail. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a battle across both time, the plains, and a very large country. We have an all-American, all-mono-black mirror match.
Why did you listen to Danny?
For pride of state, pride of player, we're going to send it down to feature match area. We have Maxwell Lee on your left with mono-black versus Robert Nodovitz on the right with mono-black. Players are ready. Maxwell looks like he's taking a mulligan down to 6 at least. Looks like a 6-card hand there. Leave it on top. And it looks like Robert is on the play. Baron more to start with. Draw and a swamp and go here for Maxwell.
All American. What? This isn't American.
Well, the feature match is American this time. We should have put like the Star Spangled Banner or something, made them feel more at home. We're going to see a Jaina's Edict instantly removing Robert's creature from play. Robert playing a very interesting version of the deck. The Phyrexian Rage are probably going to appear, and being on the play seems very important here in this match. But we're going to go with the Dusk Legion Zealot, a card from the Rivals of Ixalan that has really made a splash into a little bit in Standard. Do love me some of that card.
Am I playing it this weekend?
You should be, yes.
Okay.
I am playing 3 of that card over the 3 Gifted Etherborn because I wasn't a massive fan. I like drawing more cards. Good target for the Scarab God. And a 1/1. It's pretty bad. Pretty good. And we're going to, and also has made a very big splash into the modern Pauper decks as an option for black decks to gain some card advantage, where green has access along with Phyrexian Rage. And obviously the green decks we now have access to Elvish Visionary.
And Lead the Stampede.
And Lead the Stampede. It's now nice that the black decks get it in the form of the, they get it in access to the form of the Dusk Legion Zealot. So we're going to see a cycling of an Earth there for Maxwell, falling behind slightly had he not drawn that Baron more, and it comes into play tapped unfortunately, but it does mean that he can start to play some magic again. See what he decides to do with his turn. He may just choose to pass the turn back instead, but he's got to find something to get going with, because otherwise he is going to fall drastically far behind Robert and his mono-black deck. But an untap here and a draw of the turn. Turn number 4, a disfigure. Number 2 rolls off the front here. So, well, the top of the deck being pretty nice here. We're going to see a Grey Merchant already, and we're going to see the Phyrexian Rager hit the bin. That is not going to resolve. Only 3 damage being dealt by to Maxwell. Or Robert only gaining 3, because obviously Devotion to Black only at 3. 1 from the Dusk Legion Zealot and 2 for the Grey Merchant himself. Maxwell really struggling for lands. We're going to see a Chittering Rats here. Not the greatest, but a way of maybe stemming the bleeding. Robert's just going to put it back and draw it for the turn and untap. He has the Disfigure at the ready. Just decide what his play is. I think you just Disfigure and crash.
I like
Your opponent's missing land drops. They mulligan to 6. You're going to see the Bajuka Bog here getting rid of the Chainer's Edict, which is quite an important thing to gain access to. When you get 7 mana, it's just a second version of the removal spell and a draw of a Chittering Rats again. Put 1 back and disfigure the Chittering Rats. And untap and draw the same card again. I do see why people find Chittering Rats very annoying.
Yeah, you're never seeing like new cards. Let's put it this way: if Robert had it, then he just wins.
Yeah. Yeah. When he's stuck on lands, we're going to see a pair of removal spells here for Robert. Not quite able to pull ahead. Looks like we might be able to. Well, that's a 4th land. I don't think that could come into play fast enough. And Gaia's Verdict here. Robert losing a life down to 20, and Maxwell having the old problem of Screwbeat's Flood. As we're going to see an Unearth here. Put the Chittering Rats. Well, sorry, flicker the Chittering Rats. Now we're going to. Wow, my goodness, we're going to make Chittering Rats. Draw. What do we find? And welcome DCM 7734. Howdy. I'm interested in learning about Pauper. So are we all. It is a glorious, glorious format for those who get to enjoy. We're going to see a Sign in Blood here from Maxwell, dropping down to 5 life. So, what are you interested about Pauper in learning about decks, or about the game itself? As playing with commons actually is one of the most enjoyable things you can do. As Robert, unfortunately, just drawing more lands here. You can just call me DC. Yeah, that works as well. Bajuka Bog, target Robert.
Do you prefer Marvel or DC?
What sort of a question is that? Which do you prefer?
Marvel.
Okay.
I don't like the idea of Batman and the Flash. Annoys me.
Right, okay. So King Gang Shinobi going to disappear to the graveyard Ninjutsu'd in of the Chittering Rats. Oh my goodness, he gets to do it again. That is monstrous. And we're going to see the Dusk Legion Zealots, number 2 for the game, appearing. Robert going to drop down to 17, going to draw an extra card, find another swamp. Not quite what the Doctor ordered today, but at least he has plenty of cards to be doing with this disfigure deal with the Dusk Legion Zealots. Maxwell not wanting anything to stay in play any longer than it has to be. Looks like an Unearth was picked up as well. It's Chittering Rats to start. See what he wants to do this.
Oh my god. Is that a non-depower ninja?
Yes. Yes, it was a non-Ninja of the Depowers ninja. So going back to DC's question, I've played played Magic. I got out of Standard because of the price. I still have a few EDH decks. Dragon deck that recently came out, and a Commander Anthology. Only thing, I'm not great. So it's probably 50% of the people who play Magic. I mean, the thing with Pauper is it doesn't really matter how good you are. It's just fun. That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Some of the joys of Magic is actually just having fun and enjoying the game as what it is.
And if you got those EDH decks, then you already have one of the most expensive cards in Pauper, which is Ash Barons.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's a good one to have. And Pauper is an incredibly easy game to get into as well. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of interaction. Maybe not in this matchup, but generally there is a lot. I tend to be pretty aggressive, like I am in my RPGs. I tend to like to be aggressive with the occasional counters to cover me. So, is it Delver?
Yeah.
Or Delver? It doesn't matter how good you are, just play Is it Delver.
Just like Jack Patton.
Yeah, but how many? Oh no, you've both qualified for the same number of RPTQs. I was going to say he's qualified for more than you, but you haven't. You've both qualified for 1 now. Yeah. So that's. You still each got to win 4 more to get to me.
Show off.
Oh, boom.
Here's something. Good congratulations to do. You know, Josh, since he won his first PPTQ, every season he's qualified.
So that's what, the 3rd one now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it's a nice thing to know.
Some of us stopped playing Magic for 6 months and only had to attend 3 PPTQs to win one.
To be honest,
sometimes it is better to be lucky than good.
This will be the one. This Saturday will be my 2nd one this year.
How many have I done this year?
More than me.
PPTQs.
Yeah.
When was the RPTQ?
I don't know. I wasn't qualified.
Yeah, you were. It was the modern one.
Oh, I definitely don't know. I did it online.
I don't think I've done any this year.
Oh, damn.
Didn't even do the GP. I don't mind. Get to spend time with a lovely little boy. Definitely much more enjoyable. Definitely 100% much more would like to spend my time with him. Do love Magic, but definitely love my little one more. I am qualified for the RPTQ though. The limited one in Manchester in the 8th of April, which Jack's going to as well. I'm quite looking forward to that. Got to try and get top 8 so we queue straight up for the team one, or get on a team because someone likes me. Again, helpless shout out if anyone would like a 3rd member to their team. I'm happy to come join them. But we do have a game on our hands. Maxwell able to turn that one around. Surprisingly, actually, really didn't think that he'd come back from that.
Considering he also won by attacking with the Chittering Rats.
It's not a 1-1, it's a 2-2.
It is a 2-2.
And Grey Merchant's a 2-4.
I know Grey Merchant's 2-4, but most of the damage was all dealt by the Grey Merchant's Drain.
Yeah, of course it was, which is a 2-4, not a 1-1, so you don't get your thing. Ugh. Where's mine gone? Have you, destroyed mine? Where have you put mine? If you want to play that game, we can play that. Don't worry, my friend. We can play that game.
Play what game?
Oh, don't worry about that.
Just play Magic the Gathering and let me win.
No, because why would I ever lose to you?
Because I'm the better player.
How? How are you a better player?
Because Siege Rhino. He speaks to me on a spiritual level.
So does Courser of Crufix. I
Siege
know which card's better.
Siege Rhino.
Which card sees more play?
Siege Rhino.
No, it doesn't. Courser of Crufix definitely sees more play than Siege
Siege Rhino sees play in Legacy.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
In what?
Nick Fit.
Oh, man. You've got no idea. You've got no idea what you're on about, do you? So, I want something aggressive and something that won't be terribly expensive, not control, but not 100% aggro.
Delver.
Called Boris Kuldotha. Kuldotha Boris. That's a pretty good deck, and also not that expensive.
Yeah, it's... So, okay, this is something.
It's one of the cheaper ones because it doesn't play blue.
Yeah.
It doesn't need gush.
You can help me out. We can metagame while they do their one-for-ones in the early stages.
Metagame for what?
So, you know, I'm hosting a F&M for Pauper.
Oh, so I hear.
Yeah. I know some of what some people are playing, and I want to metagame towards that. There are 4 blue-black control players.
Yeah, that depresses me.
That is including yourself if you turn up.
When is it?
The 13th of April.
May come along. What day is that? Is that a Friday?
Yeah, it's an F&M.
Okay, sure. I might come along to that, actually.
Where's the... Oh. There's one person on Mono Red.
Yep.
And there's one person on Delver.
Okay, you know what I'm going to tell you to play, right?
I'm not playing bloody Dim Rover horror.
No. In all seriousness, the deck you want to play is Kuldotha.
I was genuinely I was thinking between Kuldotha or is it Delver?
I'm fairly sure Kuldotha smashes blue-black every time.
And it has a good matchup against Mono Red.
Yeah, it's got a fine match. We got Mono. It plays 2 mana, 2/3s, and burn spells.
And gains life.
I'm fairly,
8 Rhino.
I'm fairly sure that you could play Kuldotha Boris into a format of
Anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like Kuldotha Boris is just really
Resilient.
good. Are you going to play Jeskai Kuldotha or Kuldotha Boris?
I don't think the blue splash is needed with what I'm
It's
facing.
a shame you didn't have any Mole Drifters in that pile of cards you found.
But I do have Mole Drifters.
Have you got them with you, like I asked you to?
You didn't ask me for Mole Drifters.
I did when you were on coverage over a week ago.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You didn't ask me for Mole Drifters.
Oh, okay.
You genuinely didn't. You asked me for Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Jace the bodybuilder.
Jace the Wallet Sculptor. Jace the Wallet Sculptor.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms, if you really want a mid-rangey deck that it doesn't cost the earth, I would basically play Kuldotha because you don't play blue, which means you don't have to buy Gush or anything. What?
It was in the pile of cards, remember?
What, Gush? Yeah, I know. But I like Kuldotha a lot. I think the deck's really sweet. We don't see an awful lot of it.
And it's one of the decks I own online.
Yeah, like we don't see an awful lot of it, as we're going to see a Thorn of the Dusk Rose here for Maxwell trying to find some extra lands here. We're going to see a Monarch being created. Drawing next turn the end step, and there's no land though, unfortunately, there for Maxwell. Untap but by Robert. And draw. Does he have a removal spell? Well, he has a Duress. That is many Thorns of the Black Rose. Oh my good lord.
So what do you think about bringing Duress in? Personally, I'm not a fan of it.
No, I just want to make more threats.
Yeah, so I feel like this mirror plays the same as like the black-green X mirrors in Modern.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of one-for-ones and then a top deck war with some really powerful threats. So actually it feels more like the energy deck in Standard because you've got like Grey Merchant is this format's level of Scarab.
Yeah. And then obviously Bolt Snap, Bolt 12, unless you play Oubliette, Mono Black Control is very affordable. Yeah, Mono Black is very affordable. Again, it doesn't play blue, and also the fact that you don't have to play Oubliette at all. You really don't have to play that card.
And if you're playing here, just like send me a message and I will probably have the cards.
Yeah. So the main thing is that we would say is play something like Mono Black Control, Kuldotha. They're all reasonably priced decks. None of them are massively expensive, and they're all really good as well, and they are fun. Like, I would love to own Kuldotha Boris. That deck seems sweet. Seems a really interesting deck. There's a Chainer's Edict here. Off the top, well, looks like we have a Duskleaden Zealot and a pile of removal spells here for Maxwell. At 2 life, doesn't feel great. Going to disfigure that, and disfigure that. and play a Dusk Legion Zealot and go to 1. Nope. Going to stay at 2. Going to pass the turn back. He's got the 5 lands now, so he can cast Grey Merchant of the Asphodel. It does unfortunately mean that Robert is going to remain the Monarch for another turn here. What's the point of Oubliette? It's a really expensive Oblivion Stone. Like
Oblivion Ring.
Oblivion Ring, sorry. Like, if you want to play a sort of an Oblivion Ring effect, just play Black-White Pestilence. Because you get Oblivion Ring in that deck.
Yeah.
Attack for 1 here. Maxwell down to 1. Draw for the Monarch. Pass the turn back. Grey Merchant on the way. Gain 2, lose 2. Oh, yeah, it also costs black.
Have a removal spell?
Yeah, he's got a removal. He's got Chainer's Edict.
Okay. Now, because he attacks with both of those, one of them is
He
a
hasn't
1/1.
attacked those. Opponent conceded. Wah, wah.
No. But he's conceding because he just...
Is that doing an interview?
The game hasn't done on camera.
So? I thought you were interviewing him because league.
Yeah, and we will, but we'd like to finish the match on camera first. Exactly. It is fine, correct. It's because I say so.
It's 1/1. It'll be pretty quick.
Yeah, these mono black matches don't tend to take a lot of time. And then we'll get Kai in the booth and do a bit of a chit chat. Chittity chat. You haven't seen the film, have you? Got to remember you haven't seen that film.
What
Kung
film?
Fu Panda 3.
Oh, yeah.
Chit chat, chittity chat.
Stop
hitting me!
Abuse. Judge.
My fellow commentator's beating me up. Like, how on earth would you ever get someone to look at you straight-faced again after that? Like, Judge, the commentator's hitting me. And yes, Kai is in fact playing the Rug Life Infect.
Is he actually?
He's playing Temur Infect because it is a Rug Life. As it's blue and red, centered on green, then they are savage rugs, yo. They're red, blue, green sun, bringing from the streets. Have you not seen that one? Or
Seen what?
Or whatever desolate landscape on Tarkir where it's perfectly acceptable to punch a bear in the face.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's the one where it's from. It's like, because they are savage rugs, yo. That red, blue, green sun, bringing it from the streets. Because that's how he led into it. You have seen that episode of The Magic Show, haven't you?
No.
Oh, okay, sure.
So many people were just like, Surak punch mini bear.
No. It's,
I don't watch many Magic things. I watch Twitch and, like, streams, and that's about it. I don't actually go on YouTube that often.
no, so there's, so Evan Owen did a Magic Show, which basically went through the new sets, and one of the one was he did a little bit of about each one and stuff, and sort of went through the Arcanus versus someone else, and it's like doesn't really scream Kung Fu Panda because obviously that's what the front of Flying Crane technique looks like. It looks like Kung Fu Panda, and obviously when he gets to the Temur clan, it's like, and finally the Temur clan, blue, red, and centered on green, and they are savage rugs, yo. That red, blue, green sun, bring it from the streets. Or huts.
Stop.
Or whatever desolate wasteland on Tarkir where it's perfectly acceptable to punch a bear in the face. Because that card's hilarious. Duress here from Robert's. Going to see a hand of removal spell. Not a bad one. We're going to take away one. Are we going to take away the corrupt? The corruption, sorry. Tendrils of corruption, not tendrils of agony. Tendrils of corruption.
Tendrils of Agony is not legal.
No. Tendrils of agony is not legal. Some of us are always happy to talk about Mono Black. Yes, Mono Black is good. Mono Black is good. I tried making aggro dinos when Ixalan came out. It didn't do too well. No, Temur Energy was still a deck, unfortunately. I got out before Rivals came out. Rivals has helped a lot. Like, the format's a lot more fair when they made the bannings to Mono Red and to Temur Energy. Makes it a lot more fun and interesting to play. So we're going to see a Disfigure dealing with the Chittering Rats and an attack for 1. Here from Robert, his Chittering Rats of his own. Going to draw that Swamp off the top again. And what does Maxwell have that he wants to play? Has a Guy's Verdict, which looks pretty bad in the face of the Dusk Legion Zealots. but we shall soon find out what he wants to do. We're going to attack for 2. Block. Going to trade off. Tap 3 mana, and we're going to go for the Crypt Rats here.
Mono red is probably just a better aggro deck. Yeah.
Yep. Or mono white, or red black, or mono black. We're going to see the Crypt Rats here dealing with everything, dealing 2 damage. It's going to deal 2 at the same time just to get some of the extra damage in. Both players at 15. We're going to see a Dusk Legion Zealot, the follow-up here for Robert, and a pass of the turn back to Maxwell. Draws a Swamp and a pass of the turn. Unfortunately, nothing doing it for Robert. So Green Merchant of Asphodel here for Robert. Can he find a way? No, just going to pass the turn back. And we're going to see a Baron more cycled. We're going to draw a Gaia's Verdict. It's pretty nice. We're going to untap and draw. Can't tell you exactly what that card was that he's just drawn. We're going to cycle a Baron more, in fact, is what it was. And we're going to find a Tendrils of Corruption here. Going to attack for 1. Nope. Robert's going to take 1 instead.
Take 1. No, you.
Familiar or Stompy? Stompy. That deck's hilarious. I actually think it's a pretty reasonable deck as well.
Somebody here likes it a lot.
Russ.
Yeah.
Russell does love his mono-green Stompy deck. That's the Guy's Verdict here to deal with the Chittering Rats. Tap, and we're going to get it back by the looks of it. It's pretty nice. Get that back to hand. I'll put it on top of his library, sorry. Untap. And put it into play. And attack for 1. Robert down to 11. Missing his land drop's not helping him an awful lot, but the Tendrils of Corruption will do nicely. Gain a bit of life and get rid of one of these pesky creatures.
Can you tell me the pros?
What is the familiar deck? Zuberas, can anyone tell me what that deck actually is? A pile of cardboard. I don't even, to be fair, DC, if you can actually tell us what the familiar deck is, that'd be really helpful. I know what Stompy is. I like that deck a lot. Stompy are really nice. It's a really nice deck. Chittering Rats here, go again.
No, the links don't work in this chat.
Oh, man. What sort of cards are in it? Okay, so you can just type some of the cards that are in the deck if you're able to, DC. It'd be very interesting to see what some of the cards are that do see play in the familiar deck. Still no 5th land here for Robert, but he does have a Duress. No, we're going to tap 4. We're going to go for... Ah, yes. That card. What is it? Have we got it? No, still don't have it. Oh man. Oh man, that sucks.
You got like that.
So excited. Thought we had it. I can tell you what it is because it's in this pile of cards.
Oh, it's an
Evincast
Justice.
Justice.
Oh, I know what that is. I couldn't recognise the artwork.
Sunscape Familiar, Karoo, Land, Snap, Monomic Wall, Ghostly Figure, Mole Drifter, Prosperous Pirates, etc. What on earth does Sunscape
this sounds
Familiar
like
do?
I know the card. I can recognise it.
It's a wall. Green and blue spells you play cost 1 less. Oh. How's that cut? What? I don't get what the deck does. Does it just make everything cheaper? And then plays like a Tron matchup?
Delver of Secrets, Fairy Miscreant, Augur of Bolas, Spellstop Sprite, Ninja of the Deep Hours.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure. So it's like a Delver deck. There's an Esper version, Bamp version, Jesco version, and straight blue-white versions. Yep, I'm looking at the MTG Goldfish deck of it. Yeah, like, to be fair, MTG Goldfish is a very good place to start for deck ideas. Certainly one of the more interesting ones to see. Oh, yeah, like Karoo bounce lands and stuff. I didn't get that one, though. What? Oh, I've won.
How?
Bingo! Bingo! Sorry. Bingo! So I'll take my mic away. Bingo!
Okay, they get it. Shut up.
Stompy. Just stompy them.
Yeah, stop.
Bingo! So yes, we're going back to it. The most important part of our night, let alone the winner box, is the bingo, which I
Let
won.
alone the winner box.
Let alone the winner box. This is the most. This is the most important thing of my entire night. Is winning my bingo. So to win, we made a punny joke. We won on a multi 5, and we finished the game with more life than you started.
That was all in the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was all in the same game.
Loser! No. It's like the top
See
gear.
if you can get a full house.
No, that's not going to happen. I need to get Tron on turn 3.
I need to get a Tron player losing.
Yeah, have fun. The Tron has lost once on camera in the coverage we've done.
Judge, abuse, judge. I thought he was coming over here.
Yeah, so did I.
I was so tempted to be one of those guys and just go pick it up.
Doesn't count if you can't read it anymore.
Oh, where is it?
You nearly got there. You still got another round.
Yeah. We could technically get both of them.
That's true. Affinity, mono black control, or is it blitz?
It is.
Mono black control. No, Kuldotha. Kuldotha Boris. We're gonna say that one. Just Kuldotha Boris.
Affinity, mono black control, or is it blitz? Mono black.
Kuldotha Boris.
I like blitzes.
Kuldotha Boris.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I'm gonna play.
Kuldotha Boris. Yeah. That's why I'm gonna turn it with my salty deck.
Missing some cards for that, aren't I? Yes.
But Kuldotha Boris.
I'm gonna look in my pile
and see what you can build.
Yeah.
And we're going to see Robert Nodovitz unfortunately falling 2 games to 1 to Maxwell Lee. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring it back to the booth. And we will very kindly... We'll get Kai in. Because Alex is still grinding away. So what you're going to do is you're going to move apart. I'm going to grab... Give this to her.
Wait, hold on. What?
I'm going to sit with you as well. I just want to sign you the headset.
I was about to say, you're not letting me do this, are you?
Yeah.
I'm bloody inept. John won't have a...
I'm just going to sit. No, I'll stand in the middle. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, like when Jack was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can try and make this work. So let's just quickly
You're a bit.
chat backups. So I'm going to borrow this for a second.
Okay.
So for those of you who may not be aware, I have no idea how to pronounce your surname, Kai, so I'm going to apologise for that. So Kai, who is sat kindly to my right, was the second place, unfortunate runner-up, was leading into the final day.
1 point. 1 point.
Lost by 1 point. The Season 3 Pauper League. I was going to say how does it feel to win, but then I was going to say how bad does it feel to lose. But what was the best part about the league then? Start with that one.
I really enjoy coming down here every week or so. I'm sure I've been on stream before you two were covering. I was playing my Red Green Madness deck that I play. I like brewing in this format. I think it's the best form. Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet he didn't play Dim Rover Horror.
That's great.
Like you saw the deck I was playing today.
Rug life.
Yeah, Teamer, Infect, Blitz.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite. It was like, how do you want to win? Do you want to win through normal damage or infect damage today?
Both. Why not? Like Teamer Battle Rage is just so good. Groundswell on a Infect creature plus Teamer Battle Rage is
really good.
10 Infect damage. That's the idea. Anyone who is brewing, by the way, I would just say, like, learn the format first. I would recommend getting a top-tier deck before you brew.
That's what we were going over. So, as a question came out, if you were going to start Pauper, what deck would you play?
What do you enjoy playing? That's the question.
Aggro or mid-range?
Aggro, mid-range. Aggro or mid-range. You can go for Stompy. Stompy's a good deck. It's got some good choices to it. It's not going to be recurring gameplay. Vines of the Vastwood gives you a lot of play. Groundswell, those sorts of things. It's also really good in this meta, actually, if you're coming down here. Like, it beats up on mono black control, even though it doesn't seem like it.
There you go. And then, okay, so in terms of what way does it beat up on the format here, then, if you were to play that deck?
So, if you're playing Stompy, you're resilient to removal. Any decks that are just trying to remove all your threats, they're not going to win because you've got Nest Invaders, you've got Young Wolves, you've got Silhana Ledge Walkers. Even Rancor and Elephant Guide are really sticky cards if you can play them at the right times. So the only decks that you really lose to a lot are the decks that go over you, the Trons, the sort of decks like that, Pestilence, White-Black Pestilence, if they can stick stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep, that one.
It's almost the Jund deck of the format, even though it doesn't seem it, just because if you're trying to play a fair game with the deck, you just can't win. Also, Elves is a bad matchup because half of your creatures are actually Elves as well, so you pump their Well-Wishers and their Vanguards and all of that stuff.
And obviously one of the things, bear in mind for those at home, when we refer to a Jund deck, what we really mean is a deck that plays the best possible cards in those colours that it can have access to. Like we think of modern and eternal formats versions of Jund, it is the best card you can play in those colours. And Stompy's just a good place to start them for a new player coming in. Something very straightforward?
It's not straightforward. Like Francesco, he's the resident Stompy player here. He's a good player, and you can tell when he plays the deck because Vines of the Vastwood, Groundswell, when to play your Rancors and Elephant Guides, all of these things come in. If you want just a easy, like, bang your face against the table type of deck, you can go for Red Deck Wins and Burn or stuff like that.
You have access to the smash your head on the table and your opponent's face as well.
Yeah.
You can just do both.
Yeah.
So what do you enjoy most about Pauper then? Because this is obviously something we haven't seen you. We've seen you occasionally down for Modern.
Yeah.
Haven't really seen you at the Legacy one, but you're always here at Pauper. So what has either kept you enjoying Pauper, or what really brings you to Pauper more than the other formats?
It's just the ease of brewing. Like, I've got a collection now where I can say, okay, I've got this deck that I want to build. Here's the deck list. I already have 40, 45 of these cards. That's what happens most of the time. So I can come down here, I can buy 5, 10 quid's worth of cards, come down here, play a new deck that's quite exciting to me, and win with it. And then occasionally when I'm feeling like a spike, like I did a couple of times last season, I can play Elves or whatever I want to play.
One of the main decks of the format.
Yeah.
It is, I suppose, in essence, is that what encapsulates you so much in the format, is the brewing element of it?
Yeah.
That's what you enjoy the most?
Yeah, and because this format isn't a top-tier format, it hasn't been explored as much as formats like Modern and Legacy, I actually feel like maybe there's something I can add. Like, I do feel like my Red-Green Madness deck that I have done something that maybe no one else has ever done, which interests me. I enjoy that part of it.
And I think that's a key thing for most. I've definitely fallen in love with this format since and I only do the coverage, and I think this format's great. And like you say, one of the biggest things is that you can brew. Like, I want to brew something for next week. You don't, because you're a scrub and you like building blue-black control decks.
We just spoke.
I know. We were trying to decide what we wanted to play.
I can ask you this question. I'm at my LGS. We're doing Pauper soon.
Yeah.
And okay, sure. Just hold it there. That's a nice.
We can talk like this. Go on.
So at my LGS, we're doing Pauper soon, and I'm playing. I know that there's going to be 4 blue-black control players.
Yep.
They all, bear in mind, they all play blue-black in Standard, and they play control decks in Modern and Legacy.
Yep.
2 red deck wins players.
One of them always plays aggressive decks.
Yep.
And 1 Delver player.
Right.
How would you metagame towards that?
Tron, probably. Like, if you want to beat blue-black control, Tron's the best deck to do it. There are other ways.
this man hates Tron more than any other deck possible.
Okay.
It's just irony that you said that was the deck to play. So what else would you recommend?
So red deck wins and blue Dimir control. Yeah. On it, well, if I was going to do it, I'd play my Red-Green Madness deck. I feel that it's because I play Curd Apes and a bunch of 2/3s, it beats Red Deck Wins quite easily. It's actually funny. Last time I played against Red Deck Wins, I was playing around them having 4 bolts in hand because it was that easy for me to win. because my card's just
that's
just
good.
bigger than those.
That
yeah.
is good.
Also, Dimir Control, because of how that deck operates, you've got cards like Basking Rootwaller. So if they've got leaving up counterspell mana, you can just use Rootwaller for turn.
Yeah.
And
That's a lot.
there's also joy in casting a Scourge Devil. That might be one you have to look up as well. And them having to counter it.
Unearth. Yeah,
Yeah.
Unearth +1/+0.
Yeah,
Love
that
card.
card's
That was
great.
in Dredge at one point as a kill condition.
Yeah. That's
Also
good card.
really good. So one of the things that we, actually to be fair, we're spiky people. We said called Dotha Boris. How good do you think that would be in that sort of room? Because I mean, we've seen it absolutely get utterly obliterate blue-black on camera.
Yeah, it is a good mid-range deck. It probably will beat blue-black. Yeah, I think that would be a good meta choice for that format, definitely.
So if you were say going to say we went to GP, go back to GP London.
Yeah.
And obviously we had the massive Pauper event there. Did you play in that one?
I day two'd the event, so yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah, I know. I would have.
Must be nice. What would you have? I was with my little one. That was a little diddy little mini John. But what would you have played if you have played in that event? Because obviously being the spiky side, you're gonna play a spiky deck. You're gonna try and win it, right? Because it's that sort of event. It's gonna be something prestigious, high profile to win.
Yeah. I think elves. If I want to win, I play elves. It's simple enough.
You might have just knocked all the stand over. That's fine.
Like, yeah, the elves deck, it's got its bad matchups. There are some matchups which almost feel unwinnable. I've won a few of those unwinnable matchups and 4-0'd here because of it. But, yeah, mono black control, white black pestilence, those are like your worst matchups.
Yeah, get some pestilence.
Because Crypt Rats and pestilence is even worse.
And did you just think that? And do you think elves is that much better than everything else, or it's just a deck that some decks just can't deal with?
Yeah, some decks can't deal with it. If you're playing against a deck which it's another one of those decks that sort of preys on the fair decks. With the printing of Lead the Stampede as well, your opponent can't just 1-for-1 with you anymore. You can't just go bolt your Well-Wisher, Searing Blaze your Timberwatch Elf. Now you've just got a bunch of 1/1s in play. You can't do that anymore against that deck. So you really, unless your opponent has the cards to beat it, it will have a very good matchup against your opponents. Yeah.
So elves is a good choice, as it turns out for most formats that you can play elves in. Now, the final question then.
Yeah.
I did have it in my head and I've just forgotten it now. Give me a second, try and remember this one. So if you're here next Monday, are you going to brew? Or is it because it's the week 1 of the league, you want to bring the spiky deck with you?
No, I'm not going to try and win the next few leagues. I might bring this deck back. I do actually like this deck. I think it's great.
So this is obviously Teamer Rug Life actually has no idea what it's doing, but it's Infect. It's a cool deck. It's more the fact that it has this mistaken identity of I'm an Infect deck that killed you with normal damage.
Yeah, but the point is that you're going to have you're assembling
really
a combo
cool.
turn where the issue with Izzet Blitz, the reason I've built this deck is because Izzet Blitz has 2 really good creatures in Kiln Fiend and Nivik Cyclops. These cards are great, but it doesn't have the extra creatures that you need to beat these mid-range matchups. So if your opponent has 1 or 2 removal spells, you will just lose. And this deck is trying to beat that by playing a higher density of creatures which will just win the game if you don't deal with them. That's the idea of the deck.
So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here next Monday and you play against Kai, you know what he's going to be playing to make sure you bring the tech for you.
Okay.
I mean, in all seriousness, no, it's something nice to play. But congratulations on
second.
Well, not second, but you've done pretty well over the last few seasons by the looks of it.
Yeah.
One of the up-and-coming players in the community definitely here. But thank you very much for joining us.
Cheers.
And hopefully you do well in last round. What record do you want at the moment?
1-2 with this deck.
Okay, so it's a good deck. Thank you very much, Kai.
What about
That was fun. That was great. I love doing that.
What?
Apart from my knees, my knee definitely disagrees with the state of that interview.
Next time, let me do that.
What, kneel on the floor?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then you'd be really small.
Yeah, but I'm
really small. Short, sorry.
What? How tall are you?
6'2" or 3. I haven't really
I'm
measured.
6'2".
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
How? You are actually smaller than me, but not as much as I thought. Oh, well. Okay.
You just said 6'2" or 3. You're probably 6'3" then.
Probably. However, that does actually bring us quite nicely back all the way around to obviously the questions we've been answering today, which is the simple answer is if you want to get into Pauper, you can play anything.
Yeah.
And it will be fine.
And brewing is a lot of fun.
And brewing is amazing, because I'm going to brew for next week. 100% going to brew. Brew me some Sultai. Make some salty players.
Actually, can I build you a deck?
No, you can. Okay, you can build it. I may not play it, but I will definitely look at what you brew me.
Deal. I'll give you a clue. It's got a card called Reality Acid in it.
No idea what that card does. I'm not even going to look. You know what? You build the deck. I'll brew mine. I'll brew mine. You brew yours. We'll put them together, and we'll decide next Monday what I'm going to play.
Roll a dice.
That sounds like a very bad idea.
Just play mine. No, play your deck next week, and then the next time you're in Pauper.
Yeah, we
play
can
my
do that.
deck.
Or when you play, you can play it. So, DC, I'm not good at brewing. What do you mean you're not good at
Well,
brewing?
if you're not good at brewing, just
Brew.
play something then. Just
No,
have
try.
fun.
Try. The most important thing you can do is try. Like, seriously, if you want to get like more involved, it's not even getting better at Magic, it's getting more involved with the game, with the community, with the background. Just brew something. Just brew up some random concoction and just have a laugh. And I think that is one of the key things to actually say about Magic in general, is the more fun you have involving yourself in the game itself, and the less you involve yourself in whether you win or lose, you'll play better, you'll enjoy it, and it'll be a thing. But obviously we've had a question again. Are you guys looking forward to MTG Arena NDA dropping through? What on earth's that?
The non-disclosure agreement.
What's that?
So, streamers and anybody involved who likes making videos or anything, who has had an invite to play in MTG Arena, Wizards have said you can't talk about it
Until this day.
until in 3 days' time.
All right, okay.
So it's now. So I was on the alpha because I'm a TO, and they invited everybody who's WPN affiliated.
How was it?
We can't tell you.
Oh, until
NDA.
3 days' time.
Yeah. In fact, I can tell you I didn't like it. It felt like it was... Okay, I can't even say that. NDAs are really awkward.
Will may not be here next Monday anymore. Wizards of the Coast may have come down and removed him. But you never know.
So basically, this allows everybody to speak and talk and put this hype forward because they wanted to get all their little bugs out because they were in beta.
Yeah.
And they felt... It's always... Companies always do this. So I'm a beta tester sometimes. I used to be sponsored by Fridge Raiders.
All right, okay, sure.
To beta test games.
Okay, sure.
Some examples. I alpha tested Call of Duty Ghosts.
Oh, wow, nice. Feels pretty good.
Don't tell them I was 14 at the time.
That's an 18 game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear.
So you signed a non-disclosure agreement saying that you won't talk about anything until a certain release date because they don't want spoilers out.
Yeah, of course. But 3 days' time, we will find the drop. In all honesty, I'm actually a little bit on the fence about... I actually haven't watched anything to do with Arena. Like, I don't have that much time in my evening anyway. I will mix it between... It's a Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
It's a Kraken. Don't break the NDA and get in trouble. It's only 3 days away. I'm excited on a Mac. I haven't played it yet. So I am looking forward to it a lot to see what it's like. Because I don't play a huge amount. I don't play as much Magic Online as I should be doing. I should definitely be playing more Magic Online because I don't spend as much time at tournaments. I should definitely be doing that. Do play probably too much of other games, and obviously weekends.
Yeah,
So two nights a week I'm doing coverage. 1 night a week I play F&M. Tuesday, Thursday. I should probably start playing more Magic Online.
So I stream 9 till 5, and 2 of those days I stream Magic. So I do get my fix in.
Magic's really good to stream, but I'm not sure you can stream it constantly each day unless it's your job. But it's your job, it's not my job.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to seeing how it works and what it does for online Magic. Because if it does something positive for online Magic and it's easier to use than Modo, I'll be on it, hands down, playing that. Because Modo is not the easiest system to use, we all know that. And I think any way of giving more people access to Magic is a good thing. So it'll be interesting to see what Arena does. I don't know a huge amount of what it is. I haven't spent a lot of time researching it. I think it will be great. I think it will be a good benefit for Magic to have extra things to go with and to play on. and especially if it's a more open environment as well to Mono. But obviously,
Judge is kicking us out.
Judge is kicking us out. We will get back to Miso82, your question about Modern. We will answer that question either during the next round or when we get back.
Did you watch it? Did you watch DP Phoenix?
No, I don't know what the top
did.
8 was.
Oh, it was insane.
Okay,
The finals. Oh, just let me tell you about the finals.
No,
so
no.
the finals, Jump player, his Bob flipped the Bloodbraid Alpha, he was on 2, and that was the final game. Boom!
Lost to his own Dark Confidant. Always painful. But
Greatness at any cost, and the cost was his life.
we are going to take a very short break. Let Nanny put the results into the computer, and we'll be back with round number 4 of coverage very shortly from our Pauper winner box. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you then. Ladies and gentlemen, we are welcome back to round number 4 of coverage of our Monday night winner box Pauper. We have a bit of a grudge match on camera. We have somehow, and we didn't deliberately do this, we got Kai on camera versus Alex. It is 1 versus 2 from season 3, going to battle it out on camera here for your pleasure at home. We have Is It Delver versus Rug Life, or Rug Infect, depending on how you want to call it. We're going to set it straight down to the feature match area for round number 4 of coverage here from Darksphere in London on our Monday night Pauper. Stop. You're not worth it, mate. Not worth it. So we're going to see Kai starting off on the Evolving Wilds here. Who do you think's favoured in this match? And I'm just Who do you think's favoured in the match?
Delver.
Why Delver?
Spell stat sprite.
Why is Spellstar Sprite?
1-1.
What is wrong with you? And we're going to see the Ponder here from Alex being shuffled away, not finding what he is looking for here. But obviously we're going to see some cards that we haven't necessarily seen a lot of in this format. I think that's how you spell it. Do you think that's how you spell it?
Yeah. It's a 1-1-1-1 infect.
Boom. A green 1-1 infect here is a elf warrior, so it's an elf as well. That's good value. So we're going to see an island being fetched up here by Kai.
Kai said he liked his elves.
He does like his elves, so he likes tricksy elves. So infect, for those at home, is when this creature deals damage to creatures in... This creature deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters and to players in the form of poison counters. And for those not sure at home, once you take 10 poison, you lose the game.
Yeah.
Can't come back from that one. So we're going to see a Jatexian Probe. Not seen a lot of that recently, have we? Going to show a hand of Counterspell, Preordain, Lightning Bolt, and Scred.
And this is why I think that Alex is favoured. He has all the interaction he needs to deal with what Kai is doing.
There is a small problem.
He has no threats.
He has no red mana. And that is a really good threat. In the form of a Blighted Agent. We're going to pull that one.
1-1.
It's a 1-1.
Unblockable.
Yeah, so it's a 1 and a blue unblockable infect, or 1-1. A devastating threat here from the infect player. The most devastating threat from the infect deck on the board now. We're going to see another island and an Augur of Bolas to match from Alex. What we should do is we should take our headphones over there and commentate on the side of the table, see how much annoyed they get.
Especially Alex.
So Augur of Bolas.
I have to say thank you to Alex because he
wasn't sure he wanted to come on camera.
No,
but thank you very much to Alex for coming on.
I pretty much bribed him.
What did you bribe him with?
The Overgrown Tomb, didn't I?
Well, you said you'd give him the Overgrown Tomb if he went on camera.
Yeah.
Really?
It's the one I found in the common box, don't worry.
Yeah, but really?
Yeah. I wanted to see this match.
Fair play to Alex. Are you going to give him it?
Yeah, of
Good.
course. I've
No,
said
that's
that
the
I
main
would-
thing.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
the main thing.
If I say that I'll do something, then
I will do it.
I'm a
But we
man
do-
of my word.
A man of my word. A man of your own word. Man of my word? No, a man of your word. Or man of whose word?
Mine.
Attack for 1, poison. 1 infect here for... Oh, no. Danny. Has Kai committed an unforgivable sin?
What?
Has Kai committed an unforgivable sin and left his poison counter at home?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, dear. We're going to have words with young Kai at the end of this game. We're going to see a forest and a... maybe a Glistener Elf. Yep, Glistener Elf here for Kai.
We can
I
barely
can't
see.
see that one, Danny.
No, definitely can't.
Danny? I can't. Danny?
Judge.
He asked about should my graveyard be used to my library.
So this is Preordain. I love this card. The 1 blue Scry 2 draw card. There we go, Twitch. Danny. Yeah, pretty much. It's not a very popular archetype, but it's basically a split. Oh, that deck, yeah.
Oh, bad.
Danny.
Danny. So, I'm
He's
out.
looking over.
DC, I'm out. I have to go to my local game store to play an intramural game. Thanks very much for help. No problems, DC. Was happy to have you along. I hope you enjoyed the coverage of what you got to see, and that you sort out the deck you want to play in Pauper, as it is a wonderful format. And where were you guys? Welcome back to the stream. We're going to see Mono Islands here on the side of Alex. Not quite able to find that red mana yet to cast his two removal spells.
Which could punish him quite a bit.
Why has it gone really quiet all of a sudden?
I know, right?
It's gone really quiet.
It's fine. Maybe when we start talking, everybody else will pick up a bit.
Yeah, or they're just scared of you.
I'm not.
There we go. We can see it. Way. Oh, he's taking it away again. Danny's gone to do a bit more art school. We could see that one, Danny.
Too bad.
Danny's going back to art school. Going to enjoy himself yet again as we see the player searching for a play. We're going to see 2 cards going back from Kai. We're going to see an attack for 1 poison, up to 2 infect now. But counterspell at the ready here for Alex, which is quite a nice position to be in if you are
So
the Delver player. We're going to see, oh wow, that was a really nice draw. We're going to find an Ash Barrens for Alex. We're going to land cycle that one in the end step and start accessing our other spells. See if we can start to pull ahead in this game.
So it might just be game for Kai, because look at that hand.
Pretty rough. He does have some more threats on the top of his library though, so he might be able to run Alex out of removal spells.
No,
Whether
but
it's
he's got
possible.
Divines in hand, so he can just like
He's got a
fade it
counter
anyway.
spell. Alex has a counter spell. Actual factual counter spell.
Not a mana leak.
No, actual factual counter spell.
I can't tell. Has he got counterspell?
Yeah. Alex does play with his cards very tightly guarded to his chest. Doesn't want us to know, but we're going to see the snow-covered mountain into play. Not the old school ones, the newer edition of them. We're going to untap it. Oh, Danny! Danny, you monster! So we're going to see a possible brainstorm here for Kyle. We're just going to see an attack here.
Do you see Danny going like this?
I like starting with the attack though. We're going to Manamorphose first. Blue-green. Is the colour being made? So we have access to a brainstorm.
Can you see that? All right, is that clear enough?
Yeah, no, it is.
Oh, cool, sweet.
Thank you very much, Danny. So do you know who had the sweetest deck here today?
Pardon?
Do you want to know who had the sweetest deck?
Who?
Who do you think? He's playing a deck with Relentless Rats. It was the sweetest deck in the room.
No.
It was. It's a sweet deck. About as sweet as my Sultan mid-range deck.
I mean, when you made that turn 4 Grey Merchant of Asphodel with
2 Relentless Rats in play.
that was
3 of them. It was pretty brutal. It was pretty good. Pretty good turn. Turn 2 rat, turn 3 rat, turn 4 rat. Plus Grey Merchant. It's pretty good.
Dark Ritual, good card.
Yeah, Dark Ritual reprint is a good card. So, looking at what cards to put back, that's what we're going to put back.
I have
Listen
shiny
now.
ones.
Oh, we have a perfect brainstorm as well. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, Battle Rage.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So you can fade. Oh.
We still. Oh no. So if he groundswells first, so he loses the mana.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. No, not Sultai Land Destruction. Sultai mid-range Windin Rover Horrors. I'm gonna have fun. Darth
Rover
Zubby.
Horror could be land destruction.
It could be Land Destruction. I do agree. I don't own the Land Destruction spells. I might have to go and look through the binder very quickly for some Land Destruction spells.
What ones would you need?
Rain
of Tears?
I don't know what's in the deck.
Rain of Tears?
Probably.
Do you know what that is?
Nope.
It's the Black Stone Rain. It's 1 and 2 Black Stone Rain.
Probably. And maybe the green one as well. Have you got Mimvoli Acid Moss?
Yes.
And have you got the other one?
No.
The Thermocast?
No.
Okay, cool. Mimvoli Acid Moss would be appreciated.
That's nice.
It'd be wonderful if you could bring that.
I can't.
Oh. Do you not own any?
No, I'm lending it to someone at the moment who plays Green Red Land Destruction in Modern.
What a monster.
Yep, he's playing it with Bloodbraid Elf.
Yeah, that's a good deck. I like it. But you can cascade into a Blood Moon.
And 4 Sweltering Suns main.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
No Angers main.
Why? Sweltering Suns cycles, which
That's
means
true.
it's never dead.
Yes, sorry, Missio 82, are we happy with Modern? So actually, tell me, what was the top 8?
Okay.
What were the 8 decks? Because I don't know.
Jund.
Okay, so one of them was Jund.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to be bad about this. And
Yeah, you look it up.
if I can...
Jund is called, deck costs over $2,000. Yes, that is why I do not own a Jund deck. I own a Nightfall deck.
I mean, I own Abzan and Jund.
Yeah, admittedly, Nightfall has 4 hierarchs.
But
so it's not the cheapest
admittedly,
deck.
I've paid in total £100 on my Modern deck.
It's alright.
Because the rest of it was a gift.
Did Cart Clan Ironworks make top 8?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It made top 4.
Oh my god. What did it beat in the quarterfinal?
I don't know. It wasn't on quarterfinal.
Okay,
feature.
sure.
Just
Just put Daily MTG in.
no.
Alright.
Okay,
Mr.
how
3%
have my
battery.
battery gone to 3 from by the time I bring it up, my phone will die.
Yeah, that also works. Top 8 decks, there we go.
Group chat. Tumblr.
So we can see a Scred to deal with the Hooting Mandrills. It lost to Jund in the semi.
Okay, humans, which
Okay,
won the event.
Really? What, 5-colour Cocoa humans or?
No Cocos.
So Vile humans, okay, so the normal humans deck.
Yep. Red, green Eldrazi.
Okay, that deck's popped up quite a bit actually.
Green and taxes.
Green in taxes?
Yep.
Oh wow, Voice Reset Hierarchs. Oh, that deck looks sweet.
Yeah.
I'm sure,
Tron.
no, I'm sure, what's his name? Chris will be happy to see that one. Chris will be, I think I can probably ask Chris about that deck. Which
Tron.
type of Tron?
Bring.
Is it mono green?
Yes.
Yes. And we have, do we have BTL?
I love that
We have
deck.
BTL Scape Shift.
Okay. You know I hate ramp decks in general.
Yep.
I love that deck.
Why did you lock-
5200.
Why did you lock your phone?
Yeah.
BTL Scape Shift with white for Wallet Sculptor and Search for Azcanta. Oh my goodness, this might make the deck playable again. And Cryptic Commands, Is It Charms, Lightning Bolts.
He's using the From the Fold Delvers.
Did you realise that was his prize, right, for coming first?
That's so ugly.
Oh, your phone died.
I'll put it on charge after they're done.
So what other decks were in then? Cart Clan Ironworks are really consistent, can't lose once it goes off. White for Wallet Sculptor. No, white for Supreme Verdict from the Wallet Sculptor. As we're going to see a Pulse of Marassa here, which was met by the counterspell and a pass back at the turn. Oh, Blind Fib Delver. Oh, it already won.
I've not even been tracking because, like, any of those.
I haven't had to go find a card name today.
No, like this one,
Stacked with 4 objects.
4+.
We haven't had 4+ yet. Are you not a fan of the From the Vaults Delver Secrets?
I'm not a fan of From the Vault Foils.
Really? What, not even the Huntmaster of the Fells?
No.
That card is like really pretty. That foil is
I'm just not
lovely.
a fan of that foiling process because look,
Sure.
I don't like seeing them lines.
Sure. I can
I
understand.
like my foils like my Yu-Gi-Oh shinies.
That means nothing to me at all.
Okay, I can show you a card and you'll understand.
Probably. So, can Kai attack?
Well, let's put it this way. There's a reason I've got a set foil Gaddock Teague and not the Judge one.
Okay, that's sure. That's true. So can Kai find any way of getting through the last few points of damage? I think the format looks interesting. No idea how to meta because it's too expensive. You can't meta game against modern very easily.
You can't.
There's no point. Look at what your deck's bad matchups are. Plan for them. Probably going to be good enough for you.
Yeah. Here's the advice everyone gives for modern: pick a deck, play it, play it, play it.
Learn it. Get better with it.
Yeah.
Same with Pauper. Although if you're Kai, you just play what you want.
Yeah,
still
just
be
have
still
fun.
be good. Kiln Fiend's the draw for the turn. I like this. Oh, I like this a lot.
I don't like that.
Alex just broke the camera. Okay, so we're going to go for it here. Doesn't produce... Oh, no, it does produce No, it doesn't produce lethal. And passes the turn. Interesting. Oh, wow, another spell stutter sprite. Jeez. An attack for 5 points of damage here from the... Is it Delver deck? So pretty much now all of these are hard counters. I think Grixis Death Shadow is just starting to fall away a little bit. Everyone kind of knows it exists. The surprise factor isn't there as much anymore.
Yeah. There's also the point of the decks that got better with the unbannings were decks that had good matchups against Shadow anyway.
Yeah, like Jund, Control,
Yeah.
Nightfall. But no, like the green-white value decks were actually really good against Death Shadow. Things like Voice of Resurgence was really good. Night normally outsized the Death Shadow itself.
Honestly, I think that's what, if you were trying to meta game right now, that's what I'd be playing.
What?
The
Death
green,
Shadow?
No, the green-white
Green-white
value decks.
So would you play green-white or would you play Nightfall or would you play the all-in Bant version or the Abzan Coco version?
I'd play Counters Company.
So you play the Abzan version?
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
And that's because, like, the value decks are insane against control decks. Because you have cards like Coco, Whisperwood Elemental.
That's gross. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's disgustingly good.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh, that smells like a stolen victory. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that is beautiful.
That smells like stolen victories from the jaws of defeat. Well, so Kai goes up 1-0.
Apparently. Alex is then going to be like, can we go off stream now?
Can we go play our other matches off camera?
How do we have 4 here now?
5.
5 even. We started off with 1.
No, there were 2 in my pocket because that's where they belong.
What do you mean?
As I'll be gonna have words with him later. Well, it happens. Like it's only Pauper. To be fair, these guys are like 1 and 2. they're not in contention for the box. They're having fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best thing about Pauper as well, is we can have 2 guys on camera who are very good players. Generally, very good players, especially at Pauper. Both are incredibly strong players. Definitely 2 of the players who you look around the room and go, "Hope I don't have to play against that," because it's gonna be so hard. So they are incredibly good players. So we're going to see players having a look at their hands and shuffling up for game number 2. Very shortly, Kai up 1-2-0. So go back to what you were saying. Going back to what you're saying about that modern stuff. But the thing with modern is, I know we're diverging slightly from Pauper tonight, but it's a very good question. It's such an open format that really has been explored. The fact that modern is explored in such a heavy way and still doesn't have a consensus like metagame of what you can play, purely on the fact that people play what they own.
Yeah.
Like you can't metagame for a tournament because, like, so for example, if the PPTQ that I went to at Nationals event, so the top 8 had 3 Titan Shift decks, 1 Affinity, 1 Nightfall deck, which I was playing. You had 1 blue-red taking turns, you had 1 blue-white control, and you had 1 you had Bant Eldrazi. how do you metagame for that top 8?
Okay, how do you metagame for the Mega Modern top 8?
Which was...
Abzan,
Yep,
Boggles,
yep,
Affinity,
yep,
Shadow,
sure.
Control,
Yep.
Shift,
Okay.
Tron.
Exactly, that's the thing, right?
Yeah, like you just can't. I love that because there was 8 different decks. And that's what I love about Modern, because it's so diverse and people just play what they love. So
the only thing I dislike about Modern is things like turn 3 Tron. I hate non-interactive games that end on turn 3 or before. Sure. Yeah, I can see that one. Yeah, like Tron does have that issue. Like maybe you should ban Expedition Map.
No, I've been on the boat of ban Ancient Stirrings for a very long time.
Yeah, that's true. So the thing keeping Modern metagame from really manifesting is a price tag. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not far off. Like, am I going to play a Jund deck? No, because I own 4 Tarmogoyfs, sure, but I don't own 4 Liliana of the Veil, nor do I want to own them, nor do I own 4 Dark Confidant.
You know, if you ever wanted to play it.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, don't get me wrong, I can get access to the cards, but I don't want that. I want to build a deck that I enjoy. How did the rats go? Oh, no. Did you lose that one as well? It was an honest question, like in good honesty.
So salty. Storm is more annoying, I think.
Storm's
no,
also
actually,
not really in the meta game right now.
No,
I like the mat.
I
The
like
mat is
Matt.
very beautiful. I love how Alex got his name on it. Really nice.
I'm a player who hates.
I'm
big
just
mana
never going to get it
decks.
because I don't play enough Pauper.
I'm a player who hates big mana decks and solitaire decks. You know this. I hate decks
Yeah.
that play solitaire
Yeah.
or make big mana. You know this.
Yeah, of course.
I
Why do you think I stopped playing Titan Shift?
I don't mind playing against Storm compared to playing against.
There's a lot of interaction within Storm.
Yeah, there's a lot more interaction than people give it credit for.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially in the early game when they're doing things like Remand and Bolt. And then even late game, the gifts is interaction within itself. Because you're making choices.
Agreed. So we're going to see a fetchland. We're going to see a Evolving Worlds cracked here for Alex, fetching up his snow-covered mountain to start off game number 2.
Remember Ricky? Do you know how he used to sort out what he used to give people for gifts? Turn them upside down, shuffle them, 2-2, and they're like, "Why do you do this?" And it's like, because you put out these 4 cards, and it's like, "Oh, what cards do I want?" Here's the answer: all of them.
That's true. That's a fair way of doing it. Yeah, that's a fair way of doing it. Well, the gift piles for 2 are always the best, though. Put this Elishnorn on or this Grizzlebrand in the graveyard.
With
and
the
reanimate.
Burial
Yeah,
Rites.
exactly, yeah. Good value cardboard.
You could play Hero's Downfall. Why? Actually, saying that, people have been starting to play Dreadbore in Jund again.
Well, the thing is with Dreadbore, it's better than Terminate because if you Bloodbraid into it, it doesn't matter because you'll still hit something. I think it's strictly better than Terminate in the Bloodbraid decks because you can kill Planeswalkers.
So this is a lot better for Kai's mana base this game.
Yeah, well, no, you mean Alex, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
That one, Alex.
The one with the mat. The one with the mat that
The one with the
says
champion
Alex.
Alex Hollenby on it. Good job good job using those eyes. It's really wonderful. It's as though you were given them to see things. Kai gonna draw for his turn. He's gonna make a
Oh, it's
mountain.
Take your hands off the FF promos.
But I think Dominaria are gonna make it a lot harder for Tron and Storm. Yeah, the dampening field looks really good.
I like that. So that went in group chat, and I said I want 4 in foil.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good card because it's so good against the Tron decks. It's the thing is, it's only really good in decks that suffer against Tron. Like if your deck already has a reasonably good matchup against Tron, then why are you playing it?
Yeah.
Like I probably won't play it in my Nightfall decks because I want to cast lots of spells, right? Like, do you want to play it in your Nightfall deck? Probably not, because you already have a reasonably good Tron matchup. You have a combo kill, you have the Ghost Quarter Excavator, certain interactions. Storm's also not terrible either. But do you ever feel that the But the thing is, like, yeah, so Jund Abzan decks really want something like that because they really struggle against Tron. Like, you shouldn't beat that matchup. Even with Bloodbraid Elf, it still shouldn't be winnable. So I definitely think that there's definitely a place for it. I think even in Legacy, it's going to be the same thing. How many of the decks do you expect to turn up of that variety? Probably hardly any.
In Legacy, no.
Well, Tron does exist in terms of Eldrazi, colourless Eldrazi, not Tron itself. It's probably fine to have against like the sneak and show decks. But again, you don't really slow the mana down either. Making this obviously it's good against.
12
Obviously
post was
good
still a
against.
thing.
Sure, it is. Turbo depths as well. Like 12 post is a deck, but also you've got Storm itself is obviously good against Storm.
I think every Legacy player has had the problem where they play against Turbo Death, they have a Wasteland and they use it incorrectly, hitting the depths as they use Thespian Stage.
Yeah.
I think I can confess I have done that.
Which is what? Sorry?
They activate Thespian Stage, target Dark Depths,
Oh, yeah.
and you use Wasteland on Dark Depths thinking that
Don't work that way.
it don't.
Nope.
It uses last known information.
Yep. So which means you have to Dark Depths you have to Wasteland the Thespian Stage, don't you?
You can you let it resolve after they've chosen the
Dark Depths.
Dark Depths to keep due to legendary. There's a priority pass with the trigger on the stack. You can Wasteland it because they can't sacrifice it. They don't get the Merit Lage, so they've got nothing.
Yeah. You can also Wasteland the Thespian Stage, right?
Yeah, but why do that if you can just leave him with neither of them?
Yeah, for sure. Because you put the Thespian Stage trigger on the stack, you destroy it, and it doesn't resolve. So you're going to see a Gitaxian Probe here, seeing a hand of a Dispel. Which spell? Dispel! Counterspell, Gush, and Ash Barrens. That Gush looking rather nice, as it is able to almost hard cast.
I remember the first time I heard that joke.
Which member?
And it was that joke.
Which member? Dismember.
I heard it from Christoph Green from across the room.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. That would have been hilarious to listen to.
What?
Just that across the room, like,
So,
hearing someone...
and the second time I heard that joke was again from Christoph Green at GP Birmingham when he thrashed me 2-0.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he was playing Eldrazi Tron.
Oh,
I was
sure.
playing Abzan.
Yeah, so you get smashed, right?
Yeah. It was pre-good build.
Oh, this hand draws much better for Alex. He's so far answered every threat that Kai has had.
Yeah, but Kai's on 24.
Yes, Kai is at 24 still. Kai is
Because of
definitely
that
not struggling today.
Pulse of Marassa.
Oh, hello.
What's that?
Pulse of Marassa.
Yeah.
2 in a green, return target creature
No,
or land from...
was asking what you said. What the?
Fails amazing, man. Whee!
Oh,
Welcome,
God.
peace and love one to the
We had
stream.
so many weird looks at us at Germany for that.
Nice.
And
Another Pulse of Marassa.
my friend asking the judge where he could buy some rope.
We're going to see a Dispel counter that one. Untap here for Kai. He's going to draw. Find. Looks like another Vines to the Vastword.
Oh, the pump.
Nothing to do with it.
Another one.
Oh, wow. Well, one of these is going to resolve, I think.
It'll make me laugh so hard. Oh, here's another counter spell.
No, he gets back the Blighted Agent. Pass the turn. Don't make it. Too much risk. Yes. Passes a turn back. Untaps and draws. Does he find anything useful? He finds a Ponder. That's a nice one. Are you going mono black rats now then? Not this greenery nonsense.
Do you need more? I have the original ones.
He likes his new one. He's got plenty of them. It's a deck of relentless rats. It's making abusive use of the rules. With multiples, but you can have as many as you want in your deck. You could play 20-20-20. You play 20 lands, 20 rats, and 20... I know, you can only play... You'd have to, like... Huh? Yeah. Very Miscreant. The play for the turn. Counterspell still in hand draw. We find a Manamorphose here for Kai. so far has cast 3, or attempted to cast 3 copies of Pulsar Marauder. It's two of them have so far resolved.
Oh yes, I was please going to be like, don't play the, don't use the green mana.
Team of Battle Rage, the draw for the turn. Floating green-blue is what Kai decided to float. Does he go for the Blighted Agent?
Well, if he can keep it alive, he's got the combo.
Yep. That he does. And you can play it with a lot of mana backup as well. It's just whether it actually resolves.
Okay, now that's getting permission to time this person out.
Oh, yeah, permission granted. No idea.
There's spam in chat.
Yes. Blighted Agent, the play here for Kai. Can assume that there is a counter spell sat somewhere in the hand. Well, we're going for Electrickery, so we're going to see a protection spell. Oh, that was good. That was good. Scred in hand. There we go. Attack here. Sure. Take 1. 28.
He
Scred
has
it.
the spell starter sprite for the vines.
It's going to be pretty useful if he does. Vines. Spell stutter. Counter. Dead. Still has combo in hand with another backup. Untap draw. Does Kai find? Finds an island. You can see 2 mana being tapped. We're going to see another Blighted Agent. And a counter spell here for Alex. Perfect timing there. Running low on cards. Needs to start getting this game over with. Draws for the turn. Finds an attack for 2. Just 2. Nothing else. So we're going to see a pass back of the turn. Draw. Oh, wow. Kai drawing like a hero today. We have a lightning bolt in hand. Oh, going to see the bolt. You probably protect that one with the groundswell. +2/+2 minimum, +4/+4 because the land dead to play this turn. Pass back the turn. Draw. We find. Oh, we have Scred in hand still. Oh, my goodness.
It's so good.
Oh, we get to draw a card with the Fairy Miscreant. Feels pretty nice. We're going to see Scred here. Deal with the Kiln Fiend and attack for 2. Pass back of the turn. Untap. Can Kai find a threat? Because he found a Hydroblast. Would have been useful a few turns ago.
Doesn't look very threatening.
Looks find another Fairy Miscreant. Draws another card. Looks like we can find an Augur of Bolas as well. Nice little sequence of turns here for Alex. You want to look at the top 3. What do we find? Finds a Preordain.
Which means he can dig through his deck even more. Because
All
that's
the
all
digging.
you need.
All of the digging. We're going to attack for 3. Yeah, one of them has 76. Alex, yep, attack for 3. Go down to 20, 21.
What's 9 + 10?
I have no idea.
Oh my god. You seriously don't know that?
I'm not answering the question.
You're completely ignoring that. After everything you do, quoting Winnie the Pooh.
See? This man has great taste. We were quoting Kung Fu Panda as well. This man has great taste. You must remember, Will, this man has the greatest taste.
Why are you tasting Russell?
What? Doesn't even make sense.
Oh, come on.
Doesn't even make sense. And we got a ninja as well. Oh, wow, and the spell stutter strike back to hand. I think this might be the writing on the wall here as we find an Electrickery off the top for Alex. Kai nearly getting there. We're going to see Groundswell the draw and an untap back to Alex. Going to untap with everything. Draw a card for the turn. Ninja the D-powers at the ready. Augur of Bolas the draw for the turn. Augur of Bolas into play. Gonna draw 1, draw 2. That's, oh, look at the top one. Look at the counter spell. And I may collect my cardboard at this time. Drawing an extra card from the ninja as well. Oh, another Hydroblast off the top.
Yeah.
Nope, nope, we're done. Kai gets to enter the scoop phase this turn. You get to beat with 1/1s again. Got to win with a 1/1. I won the bingo.
You won the bingo.
I won the bingo. Was the best part of my life.
Oh, we had this. That game.
What? Yeah. I'll give you that one.
So, I had bingo.
Well done. You had 2 bingos.
Yeah.
I just gave up a while ago.
Okay.
'Cause I had already won.
I also have more, which means I win.
No, you don't. That's not how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm Will, therefore I win.
No, it's not. That definitely does not mean that. Nothing. Well, there were people we timed something. We obviously, because of the spamming, got timed out.
You keep asking this. Chat, what do you think of the mat that Alex is using?
Yeah. Give a shout out in chat for anyone who likes the mat that Alex. This is, of course, his winners mat. Winners mat for his season 3. We're calling it season 3 because nice ring, nice ring to it. Danny's just walking off with packs. Bye, guys. See you, Danny. Have a good one. Going to see players laying out their opening 7s for game number 3 here between Kai and Alex. 1 game apiece now, pretty much evened up, which is good. Alex having a very strong draw in that game. Kai having a look at his opening hand. He's going to keep. So Alex going to take a mulligan down to 6 here. Not happy with his 7. So, do you know who won between Tron and Delver? Tron. Isaac. Delver beat Tron.
Oh.
Ah, but it didn't happen on camera. You can't
Don't
have
care.
it. Ah, man. Stop doing this to yourself. Stop doing it to yourself. There's no point.
There is actually no point.
There is legitimately no point. Do you know what spell Stutter Sprite can't counter, though? Dim Rover Horror. Oh dear, Alex down to mulligan to 5. Oh, I can get another one of my mulls to 5 wins. Oh man, you love it really in here with the puns.
I am so glad Jack is commentating next week.
Yeah, and I get to play my Drew and get smashed on camera by someone who knows what they're doing.
Who says we're putting you on camera?
Oh, right, okay. I see how it is. I see how this is.
We'll just dodge you.
Yeah. I see how
I'm
this
joking,
is.
I'm joking. Put me on camera on Saturday. Round 1.
Might have to, as long as you're playing a good deck. As
You
long as you're playing the splashy deck.
I'm not playing the splash deck.
You should do. The splash is really good.
No.
How'd you beat enchantments and artifacts?
Why?
Well,
What enchantments and artifacts in this game?
Godfarer's Gifts. Arguor's Bloodfast. Search for Canter.
Search you, let it flip, and then you Field of Ruin.
Okay, so Arguor's Bloodfast is an issue. That will win the mirror.
Okay.
You have obviously
The-
blue-white approach.
The other answers is you don't let them resolve it,
How do you do that? You have 3 counter spells in the main.
and you have more inside.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
also in the mirror, you're not bringing in that many of them.
No, I wouldn't bring in any of them.
Yeah, exactly, but you're bringing the Bloodfast against the mirror.
Yeah. But I've got a fine matchup in the mirror because of my tech.
Not a bad mulligan here for Alex at all. It's quite a nice one, in fact. We're going to see a...
Have you guys followed Artifact at all? No.
May have to have a look. So, Fairy Miscreant to the draw for the turn. Do we have a second land? No, we have another forest. Ooh. Ooh.
That's awkward.
Talking about winning on moles to 5. Going to attack with the Miscreant. Counter mana up now. Oh, another draw there that doesn't do anything for this game. Draw for the turn. Draws a Augur of Bolas.
That's a nice one to have.
Attack for 1. Probably say go. No, that's a discard step for Kai. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's going to end step the spell stutter sprite. Obviously wanting to get some extra beats down on the table.
I like that. If your opponent's going to clean up, just get the game over.
Yeah, if your opponent isn't drawing any lands of anything that isn't forestry, definitely winning the game is a good thing in anyone's book.
Like, what I like doing here now is just beating and playing these augurs.
Yeah. But you get to play a preordain, which is nice. You maybe get to find... Nope. There was no lands there. So, draw. That looks like a counter spell. Attack for 2. Kai, you have an opportunity to resolve something. That is, oh, that's a nice one. It is an island, in fact. So we can start playing Magic again. Gonna make a Blighted Agent here.
That's a nice one to have.
Well, that's a removal spell. That's a bolt. Goodbye, friend.
That's not a nice one to
He
have.
could have protected it, though.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, could have protected it.
Have a look at that Masters 25 Brainstorm.
It's wonderful, isn't it? It's like a thundercloud. Thunderhead.
And I really like the mind with all the balls around it.
Yeah, 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 like the old school one.
Yeah, that's my favourite artwork.
Yeah.
Ice Age?
Ooh.
Is that what you're talking about?
Hmm?
With the white eyes, like the storm eyes from X-Men, with the like the lightning bolty shit coming out of the
No. What about the one with the balls around the head?
with like the dots.
The
Yeah.
masks one.
The mask one.
Mercadian Mask.
Yeah. It's really nice.
That one's good.
Mercadian Mask is very nice. Also had Gush in it. It's good set. 3 mana. Pulse of Murasa here. Well, it's gonna let it resolve. More important things to fight. In fact, it was main phased by Kai, wanting to make the most of the double blue being down from his opponent. Are we gonna cast a Ponder for Alex?
I actually like that artwork for any cantrip because it's like look at 3, pick 1.
I do like Ponder. I like that Ponder art. It's the one I've got for my Legacy deck.
Which one? Which set? M10 or M11?
I've no idea.
What's the flavor text?
No idea.
Is there flavor text?
No idea. Does it matter? Do you know the flavor text for the 2?
One of them doesn't have flavor text.
Sure. Then I've no idea which one. I think I've got the one with flavor text on it.
Okay, that's M10.
I've no idea. Why did M11 not have flavor text on it?
I don't know. It's the same with their lightning bolts. Doesn't have flavor text. It looks so clean. I love it.
Sure. That's fair enough.
But then again, I don't care because I have nice full art foil ones.
Yeah, that's true. Give you that one. So you see a brainstorm here from Kai. Trying to get this game over with as soon as possible. 2 groundswells look like they're going to go. No, he's going to make a quick change.
It's just so unfortunate that like Kai's not really been able to play this game.
Oh, agreed. You're going to see a Kiln Fiend here and a Hydroblast to answer that one. Alex has had a good mulligan to 5. Beats are not registering quite that much yet, but another counter spell to draw for the turn. You're going to see a Fairy Miscreant to draw a card.
Didn't want to be on camera.
Yeah, clearly a bad shout, not wanting to be on camera. We're going to see a Preordain here, likely from Alex. You off? You hit Wednesday? You hit Wednesday. I'll message you. I'll see you on Friday. Yeah. I won't be able to Skype, but I'll see you Friday. Or we'll message you. I'll message. So, 2 mana for a copy of. At least he's got a couple of threats now, which is good.
Yeah, like, so one of the things that I like doing here is making use of the fact that Alex only has the 1 red source and trying to deploy 2 threats. So I'd put down both Kiln Fiend. And so this is interesting. He's at 20 life. Would you have led the Kiln Fiend then?
Yeah. I also wouldn't let that resolve. So I think it's easier to kill with a Blighted Agent than it is with a Kiln Fiend. It's definitely easier to kill with the Blighted Agent. If your opponent lets Kiln Fiend resolve for free, then you resolved it for free. Gonna see a
I don't
Ponder
know.
here.
I think it depends on the spells in hand. Because if you've not got pump spells, then it's easier to win with Blighted Agent because
Yeah,
you
it's
could
true.
use its own trigger and just kind of storm off.
True. That's true. See a decent Ponder here from Alex, looking at an Ash Barrens, a Borger of Bolas, and a Ninja of the Deep Hours.
But I do see a Groundswell and a Team of Battle Rage in Kai's hand, which makes me think.
And a Hydra and a Pyroblast. Going to see an attack here for... Oh, this is going to be I think this gets Pyroblasted. I think you snap Pyroblast this one. Like, you get the counterspell out of his hand. Okay, he's not going to go for it. Interesting. Can cycle the Ash Barrens. Now the mana is almost down.
How do you... Oh, what? Because he would just use the counterspell.
He's got a spell stutter sprite.
Yeah.
But I think you fire it off now. I'd try and kill the you don't have to do it, I guess.
I wouldn't. I untap, knowing that you can protect this
Kiln Fiend.
and if he does spell stat sprite, he's tapped out, and then you can just combo.
Yep.
Like, see if you can find the cards you need to combo. Draw mana more first.
And draw. That's a groundswell. Only gives +2/+2. Well, +4/+2. Or is it +5/+2? Is it +3/+0 or +2/+0?
+3.
Yeah, so it gives +5/+2. So it should just be lethal.
Yeah, groundswell, team of battle rage, plus counterspell backup. I think is what you have to do here.
So groundswell.
He says short.
So the problem here is he can't team a Battle Rage and hold up the Pyroblast.
Pyroblast is 1 blue.
Hydroblast, but it doesn't counter red-blue spells. I like this though. Gives another +3/+0.
Getting an amount of damage.
So Alex is at 6 life. Not a lot, but protection still in the form of the Hydro Blast. A draw of a gush. Pretty nice draw there for Alex.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We still heard that.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I even pulled my mic away.
I saw. Rest in peace, headphone users. Press F to pay respects.
Unfortunately, I think that this is going to be the death of our Kiln Fiend. And now, Alex is yet again on the front foot. Here, an attack for 2.
Why 2? F.
And that is a Vines of the Vastwood at the draw there for Kai. Attack for 3. Time has been called on the round. We might have a draw in our final round.
Alex has a bolt in hand.
Okay. Oh yeah, Alex. Kai's 5. I think, did Kai actually go to 5 or did he put himself at 5?
Well, he's about to be on 2.
2. Bolt. And Alex Holmby takes down Kai 2 games to 1. Not quite able to get there, unfortunately, for Kai not having access to the double red. It does unfortunately means that he is taken down, and that does bring us very nicely to the end of our Monday night Pauper coverage here for our winner box. Have you got anything you'd like to add? Or would you just like to go get your train?
I'd like to go and use the charger for a bit.
Okay, no, that works as well. But it has been an absolute pleasure to take you through those 4 rounds of Pauper. We very much hope that you enjoyed yourself. Obviously, do remember, for the rest of the week, we have our Tuesday night Legacy tomorrow, our Wednesday night Modern on Wednesday. Kind of makes sense. And of course, this weekend, we have 2 very special events. On Saturday, we have our PPTQ here at Dark London for Standard. And on the Sunday, we have our Memorial Modern event in memory of Ed Hughes, which will be commentating. I'll be here on Standard on Saturday. But until then, until you see either of us again, thank you very much for watching. For myself and Will, thank you very much for watching. Good night.
Peace.